First off, is if you can tell, I got a new microphone. Super excited. Shout out to my wife, early Christmas gift. Second off, like I said, I think this may be one of the greatest in the history of YouTube. It's a combination of his hair texture. It's a combination of the technique applied. And yeah, I think it came out perfectly. So we also talk about Junior's edge up. This is named Junior. It's definitely one to work with. But first things first, so this is the drop fade. Now, let's talk about this, because in the comments, I got a lot of, it's not a drop fade, it's a ball fade. So what I deem a drop fade, for one, if it drops below the occipital bone, right? That's one. And the main indicator for me is the back part of the fade, is it lower than the sides, right? If that transition, see how it kind of ascends up? If it's not even, it's not a ball fade to me. A drop fade can be high, low. It's just a term that means that the temple of the fade is higher than the back of the fade. Simple context. You can do what you want, argue in the comments. I really don't mind. But yeah, so this is my primary line. I'm going to teach this as though you've never watched one of my tutorials. So I do a 2-line, 2-space method. So this is the primary line. The primary line separates the bald from the hair, speaking layman's terms, right? Then I'll make a secondary line, which will be lighter. The secondary line separates the light section from the dark section. Then we have a primary section, which is the light section, and the secondary section, which is the dark section. All steps are very important. That primary section, which is the light section, is so important when it comes to the transition. Really, that primary line, this line that I'm doing right here, the entire fade, even though at the end of the fade you won't be able to see this line, will follow this guide. So it's like these small details are important. So I'll show you how to get it in. If you notice, I put the line in hard with my trimmer, like right there. A lot of barbers don't like to do it because it's hard to get it out, but really for me, whatever you put it in, what you can take it out with. All right, so I'm cutting Junior down with a 1, and I'll go over the steps to the techniques more when I get to that section. All right, so what I'm cutting Junior down with is the 1. This is my Andy's Walls magic clip. I apologize, and I just want to cut them down. So right there, along that parietal ridge in the area from where the head goes from the top of the head to the side of the head, right? That's a very crucial part of the fade right there, because if you debulk or if you fade too high, you'll get that small little line across, and we'll talk about that because you want everything to transition smoothly. So right here, what I'm doing is putting the primary section in. You see, that's the light section. So now you see all 4 parts: the primary line, which is the bottom line, the secondary line, which is what you see me create now, then the primary section, which is the light section, and the secondary section, which is the dark section. All right, so now what I'm doing, I'm taking away the primary line by blending it into the primary section. Very, very important step. Let me explain why. I've seen a lot of barbers, what they do is they just fade this section all the way out. You don't want to do that, because what I'm doing is I'm creating this fade or transition by steps. And at the very end, I'll bring it all together. But if I was to take this section all the way away, just fade it out, like fade all the way up. If you notice, right, when I'm fading, I never truly fade this section all the way up to the next line. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's kind of its own little section that'll blend together to create one smooth transition. So if you see right here what I'm doing, that's like a little reverse tiger claw method. It puts the blade closer to the scalp, which helps me take the line away. But again, I'll repeat, and maybe I'm just talking here because I like my new mic and I sound very professional, but you do not take that line all the way up to the next line. And as far as I get in the comments, okay, what lever are you using? Yeah. The reason why I never really say, for one, I don't know, right? And you shouldn't know either. You never want to become a stiff barber. Okay, right here I'm doing lever 1, then lever 3, because if your lever play is stiff like that, then the fade will be stiff like that. It'll be choppy. So we never want to do a choppy system. You want to work off feel. I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but the more reps you take off of feel and hand placement on the clipper, wrist movement, wrist rotation, how smooth as the flick on your wrist, that's more crucial than what lever I'm on at the moment. I really hope that makes sense. I'm not just saying it. So when you all say, where's your lever right here? You never, because there's nothing to explain. The more reps you put in, sometimes it's not about the small little notches. Smooth. You want to be smooth. Now, one thing I will point out, if you see my offhand, look at that thumb. Sometimes on the top, sometimes on the bottom. What I'm doing is I'm stretching the skin. When you tighten the skin, it actually makes it easier for you to make a smoother transition. Now, look at how that transition, or I faded that section in. Now what I do is I come back after I've faded it in for the most part, and I take my trimmer. Remember, I put it in with the trimmer, so I'll take it out with the trimmer. So if you notice, yeah, that's the last step for that section. But do you see how it blended in? You can still see the hair in that primary section, but you can't see the line anymore. That's what I mean. I always want to see the hair. I never want to see the line. So now what I'm doing is I'm debulking with my 1.5 guard. Since I cut them down to 1, I'll go a half a size bigger on the guard to just debulk. I'm taking away any thin spots, any inconsistencies in density, and also the lighter the area, the easier fade. What I mean, if I was to just take my whatever clipper I'm using with no guard or 1 guard to try to blend the section in, it's too dense. The hair above the section, so okay. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna bring this transition together along that line. Everything above the line, I'm just thinning out. My fade is going to be right along that secondary line right there, which is where the dark hair is. That's why I told you it's very important, because the fade follows that line. So I'm not fading in right now. What I'm doing is I'm taking the bulk off of that line, so when it's time for me to blend that line in, the lighter the area, it's not super dense, it's not super bulky, it won't be choppy, it'll be just a smooth transition. All right, if you listen, kind of rewind what I said, it'll really make sense. So right now, the second step in me debulking is that 1 guard. I went 1.5. Now I'm going 1 guard. And let's talk about hands and how I grip my clippers. If you look at my hands, right, I have a thumb on top, 2 or 3 fingers on the base or on the back side of the clipper, and I'm very, very light. I'm delicate. I don't want to force the clippers to do anything. Look at how smooth. Look at my flick. Look at the wrist. Those are high quality clippers, right? So I don't have to be rough. I don't have to be aggressive on the client's scalp. For 1, it prevents irritation, and for 2, it prevents a choppy fade. Take your time, be smooth. If it's one piece of advice that I can give any barber, especially a new barber, you want to have a very smooth, a very precise and light touch on the clippers. Smooth hand game, right? No pun intended. So now, if you look at this section, right? Now, what have I been doing the past 1.5, 2 minutes? Look at how light that line is now. See how the lighter the area. So now, what I'm going to do is, see how light it is? It's not gone. I never really got rid of the line, but what I did was I prepped the line for the steps to come next, which is to blend it together with my Babbleless clipper. All right, and look at my offhand. The left hand is stretching the skin. Oh, actually, I'm using these clippers right here. And what I'm doing now is I'm just taking a line away. It's like an eraser. But all of that is possible. The reason why this fade came together so smooth is because of the steps. The steps are very important. It'll take a little longer, yes. But really, this fade takes no more than, I think, all my clients are booked for 45 minutes, and I do it within that time. Without the facial hair, this probably was a 35-minute haircut. It's just small steps. Look at the offhand. Again, I'm stretching the skin, makes my workspace larger. And the debulking, I just can't stress enough how important that was. And now I just erase the line. Again, I'm talking a lot too, because this new mic is so cool, bro. Like, do you hear me? Y'all want some ASMR? Listen to this. I'll be back when it's time for the next step. Y'all take care. So although I walked you through these steps, right, I feel like this is something I should come back and comment on. Do you see how that came together? If you can go back and watch any of my tutorials, and the process is the process, it never changes. The small details. If you take your time, if you're patient, and if you don't, so don't cut for speed, right? I don't want to give the wrong, me personally, my opinion, my advice, don't cut for speed, don't cut for quantity, cut for quality. That gives you a higher return on residual. Oh, look at this, see that? The process, boom, I just want to show you the transition right there. You want residual clients, right? You don't want I cut 15 clients this week, but 8 of them I never see again. Shout out to my shave gel coming soon. I know I've been saying that, but I promise y'all, give me a few months. I'm working on some kinks, getting together. So when it comes to the edge up, especially this type of edge up, there's a medium between finding where the hair grows thickest and where, okay, this is too far to push back. Now, first step, razor over comb. Why? Because his hair has an inconsistent densities. If you see, I'm razor over combing the thicker areas. It's like debulking, but no guard, right? I'm using the razor over comb to debulk. It's pretty much what I'm doing. I want to give the hair a nice consistency and density across the front to make that edge up look nice and crisp as possible. If you have an edge up where it's dense in some spots, really thin in certain areas, it'll look choppy. So when I debulk the edge up to make the density consistent, that gives it a nice smooth edge across the front. And as far as edging them up, I pick where the hair grows thickest for the most part, and I pick that to be my line. And then I see, okay, if his hair grows back in 3 days, where would it look crazy if I put this edge up at? So that's another way I look for it. Don't look so much for making the edge up super sharp on these type of edge ups. Believe it or not, once you apply that edge up with that razor, it's going to be sharper than you assume that it'll be. So trust the blade. And then if you put the edge up in without pushing it back, look at it. And if you feel like, okay, it's still a little thin, or you show the client and they want it a little sharper, then you can slowly but surely inch, centimeter by millimeter, take pieces off till y'all find a nice medium to where they're comfortable and you feel comfortable as well. All right. Yeah. And then I just go back and hit the small, look at that. I mean, it just details. Look at my offhand, the left hand. What I'm doing is I'm stretching the skin, especially with the razor. You stretch the skin and tighten the, especially, so when you use the razor, when you tighten that skin, and y'all can't tell me that shave gel didn't just have that hair gliding off like that, right? When you use the razor and you stretch the skin, it tightens the skin so that way you can attack that hair, the hair shaft, and slice it right off. Now, after I get the edge up in, what I'll do to make that fade look even sharper and to give that the illusion of truly bald, I'll take the razor, I'll do the front right there on the temple, and I'll shave it off. Then I'll use my trimmer to actually take that line away. All right, right here. That's my razor sound. And then I'll come back and I'll take that out. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that's not saucy. If you haven't watched the ASMR version of this video, I'm not talking in that video. It's more just clipper sounds. It's a much smoother, relaxing video. I hope you all enjoy it. Then I come back and hit the little hairs that stand up. Let me know what you rate this 1 to 10 in the comments. I compared to some of the best haircuts you ever seen on the net. I hope you enjoyed. Stick around if you like what you saw. If you like what you heard, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what type of haircuts y'all want to see. Look at that. Wow, masterpiece. Take care. Game Changer out.
Everybody, and welcome to the premiere of Clipper Shopping at the Barber Plug.
Yeah, my time it is now. Nobody stops me taking the crown. I did a lot, they changing the style to do what I did. They making me proud. I'm knocking them free. Man, it's my moment.
For those of you that are tuning in, this is next level barber shopping.
I'm your host, the Barber Brooks, and today we're in our flagship store in the heart of Dallas, Texas, welcoming a very, very special guest, all the way from the Bay Area of California. Some of you have watched his tutorials. You know him by his waves, and he goes by the name of 360. Oh.
Wait. You got to bring it up a little higher than that, okay? You 360 Jeezy.
Let's go. What's going on, bro? It's such a pleasure to have you out here shopping, bro. I hope you're in need of some new tools.
I'm always in need of new tools. Sometimes it's best to have two because the other one get hot, and then the other one, it don't run as good as this one. And then the liners, you need multiple. You got to have a hitter and a child-friendly one, and yeah.
So let's not delay any longer then, bro. Let's just get to shopping.
All right, let's go.
All right. All right, welcome inside. What do you think of the store?
The store looks good, man. Everything is nice. You got it all nice and set up.
We'll get right into it, man. What kind of is your reason for cutting hair? I kind of want to give the viewers a personal view into your life.
Well, I used to work at this rug company back in the days with my uncle for like 9 years. They were closing on us. We had to figure out what we were gonna do. I had been already cutting hair. I started cutting hair when I was like 14. That was just something I did on the side. In figuring out what we were gonna do next, my uncle, we was just talking one day and he was like, he just busted out of nowhere and just like, man, I know what it is. He started crying, you know? He just was, man, I know what it is. Hold on. He was looking at me, he was pointing, and he picked up the phone and called his wife, which is my auntie, and in my head, I'm thinking, why you ain't call me? Let me tell me, I'm right here in front of you. Why you going to, you know? So he's on the phone crying like, man, I know what it is, babe. It was that, you know, a shop that you always wanted. And he got off the phone with her, you know, because he had left, came back in, and he was like, go to barber school. And I was like, man, okay, all right. It's not something like I haven't heard this before. People would always tell me I was working there, hey man, you're young, you should go do something else, you know, you should go back to school or do something and get out of here. But in my mind, I'm like, man, I put money in my pocket, like, so I'm gonna stay here. But it was something about when I see my uncle tell me to go to school, it was like he got a rhema from God. My uncle just don't cry for no reason. If he cries, he's telling a testimony about what God has done. So I knew God was doing something.
So I want to bring you kind of back. You had mentioned you went to the Art Institute. So from a young age, you know, art and drawing always in your blood, you know, you've always been creative.
So the crazy thing about it is my brother used to draw. We used to have these competitions as a little kid, like you draw this, I'll draw this. We'll come together and see who's better.
Yeah.
So one day he came up, he presented his, I presented mine. To this day, I don't know what I drew, but he drew a Wolverine, had shading, all of that. From that moment on, I just was like, you know what? I'm about to be better than this dude. So I used it as a competition, like one of these days, you gonna have to see me and we gonna have to draw again. So I stayed drawing ever since that.
So most of our viewers probably know you off YouTube. Kind of what got you transitioning? I mean, you started cutting hair after barber school, but then what got you doing YouTube as well and making content?
The waves. I used to brush my hair and get waves, and I thought, man, I started searched on YouTube. I was like, man, I wonder if anybody else is doing YouTube. So I saw Sir Cruz, and I started watching his content just religiously. That's all I was watching. My sister came over and was like, man, why are you watching this dude? You should get on there. You'll blow up.
Okay.
And I was like, I procrastinated on it for a while. I didn't really do it. She kept at me. She was like, so did you make your YouTube channel? I'm like, nah, I don't even know the name. She was like, all right, come on. So she took me and just showed me how to do it because she was watching YouTube heavy. I told her the name. She didn't really like the name, but I was like, this is if I'm gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do it, you gotta let me have some say in it. She really inspired me being on YouTube. So that's how I got started.
How long ago was that?
That was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago, man, you were on YouTube early.
Yeah.
That's why you're an OG now.
Right.
All right, well, I mean, I'm not gonna wait for the good part any longer, so You ready to just go ahead and start shopping?
Let's go.
So we finally made it to our signature clipper wall, man. So how long have you been cutting hair again?
I've been cutting hair since I was 14. You trying to check my age or something right now? Is this what we're trying to do?
I'm just trying to know. A lot of these clippers weren't out.
Wow. Oh, yeah. That's true.
Right.
That's true. I started with the corded masters. The only thing with the masters, they die quick.
Really?
If they up the battery level, I would only use masters.
Okay, so speaking of battery life, are you a big fan of Babyliss Snap FX?
You know what? The Snap FX is good because of that battery. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about a cord. You don't have to worry about the battery even dying.
So nowadays, we got all these new different type of clippers. What are you using in your station on a daily?
At the station, I'm using the Masters and the Instinct. Instincts are hard.
Hot topic right now, so these brand new.
It's definitely a hot topic. It's definitely a hot topic.
What
The
do you
only
mean by
down
that?
thing that I can say about this clipper is that it get hot quick.
Was there any of these clippers that you wanted to
I
try?
need another pair of these.
You need another
Instincts.
Instinct. Plug, go ahead and add an Instinct to the cart. You don't like the Ergo.
Nah, and these just look like wall clippers. So when they came out with those, see how different they look compared to everyone else.
So we're just gonna add an Instinct, but have you checked out the Caliber clipper?
Man, you know what?
'Cause that's coming up in the game.
This got a lot of weight to it. It does feel good in hand. I would want to give this a try. This actually looks good. All right, we can add this one to it.
Try something new?
Yeah.
All right, hey Plug, we're gonna go ahead and add a Caliber clipper to the cart. All right, so we got a Caliber, we got an Instinct. So you sure it's nothing else?
You know, magic clips are like, they're good detailing clippers. And I would want to see how the gold version difference.
Oh, so you've never used the gold version?
Nah, yeah,
Cool.
we can add one of those too then.
Okay, say less. Hey Plug, we need a gold magic clip. All right, so you got 3 new clippers. I don't want to break your bank too much.
Yeah, don't.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and move over to our signature trimmer wall. All right, our second stop. What trimmers did you start out in the game with?
I started out with the Andis T-outliners, corded.
Corded, of course. You still use them though?
I don't use Andis no more. When these came out, I was using them for a second, but when Babyliss came out, man, it was a game changer after that. There's this new trimmer.
We don't have it.
I don't see it up here. It's called the Coco.
Seen that. You posted a review.
And them hit.
All right, well, until we get the Coco trimmers, what is your second favorite trimmer?
Oh yeah, gotta go with the Snap.
Snaps. Beautiful.
These right here, I recommend these to all new barbers just coming in the game because, especially if you got the money, just get these because this is gonna save you a lot of time fumbling around trying to find the cord, wondering if you charged them, because you could always just take this battery off, put it in the dock, take the other battery, put it back in. You're always with charge. This right here is catching my eye right here. All matte
This,
black.
I was hoping you were gonna.
Yeah.
It's that brand new boost with that DLC blade.
Yeah, these are hard.
It would look
These are
beautiful
hard.
on your station, would it not?
Definitely.
All right.
Let me add these
You
to
want
the
one?
arsenal.
All right, so I mean, you were harping on that Instinct back there. We can't help but talk about the black Instinct we got right here.
I got the black ones, but you know, I put the red casing on it.
Red
but
casing, you did mention that.
These
Okay.
these is hitters.
Ooh, okay, compared to your FX trimmer, your snaps, how is the Stylecraft blade? How are they doing with their blades? Power? It's all there.
Hold on, I want to do a comparison real quick. Wait a minute, let me see.
Yeah, it's all there. End of conversation. We can move on. This Saber has been really killing the game. Pretty much there
Let
too.
me see. I'm talking about the vibration right now that's in this hand. This one, this still hits though.
Yeah.
I had this. This did a good job as well.
Okay. You said you already have one, or
Yeah, I got one of those. But I'm gonna need.
you gonna need another Instinct?
I need another one.
All right, Plug. We're gonna add another Instinct to match the clipper that he bought. Now, you've been using Wall for a while,
Right,
so
right,
these
right,
detailers, they some OGs as well.
OGs, I remember I had the ones with the cord on them.
Right.
The thing about with the cord is I was cutting my client's skin and they hit super hard. So
Yeah.
I had to lighten up my touch on them. And that's why I kind of switched to Andis. I don't know, something about their blade that it wasn't cutting.
So you just haven't really used them in a while.
Yeah, I haven't really used the gold detailers in a while too. Maybe their cordless is different. I would want to give that a try.
Yeah, you added the clipper. Gotta get the matching trimmer.
Another trimmer I wanted to talk about was these. Oh yeah, we gotta stop playing around. We gotta stop playing around. Listen, Andis. Us as barbers, we did this as an experiment. We put the regular blades on the slim line just to say, hey, let's be different. But you guys really went out your way and did this on purpose and didn't put any oomph behind the motor. And it's just basic. And it's like, why get these when you can get these? It's not it. It's not it. It's
Okay.
not it. I don't.
I almost forgot before we move on. Stylecraft came out with this brand new Ace trimmer. It's brand new. Give us your honest thoughts of this.
They look good. I just need to figure out if they hit or not. Overall, I like the fact that they have the skeleton look to them. Still kind of powerful, but you know, it's no Instinct, no Babyliss, but I could see where it could be useful. I could try these.
Oh, all right, Plug. We're gonna go ahead and add Stylecraft Ace to the cart. You heard it here first. 360 Jeezy, king of the lineups, king of the waivers. We'll go ahead and just move to our last wall. It's the shaver wall.
All right.
All right. And here we are, our signature foil shaver wall. Which one of these are you using?
Babyliss.
Babyliss.
Yeah, Babyliss.
You about
but
to point?
I do have Uno. Oh, the Rebel. I'm tripping. Wait. The Rebel. That's what I'm using.
And you love it. It sounds like.
These is nice.
Better than Babyliss?
Better than Babyliss, yes.
Okay.
They're lightweight, cut fast. These are heavyweight,
Yeah.
and cut good, but these cut nice.
Did you ever come up on these OG Andes or the wall?
I started with this color right here. I did a review on
Seems
YouTube.
like all of us did.
Yeah. These is OGs. These still cool.
Well, I do want to mention, you know, Wall just came out with a brand new. It's actually right next to you. It's called the Vanish.
The fact that they're putting the ribs at the bottom like
That
this.
is nice. I feel like it's got to be kind of similar to the Rebel. So how would you compare the two?
These are smaller. I could already tell that I would like this.
Really?
The fact that it has the grooves at the bottom, the fact that it looks different, and it's just compact.
So I know you want to add a wall
Oh,
Vanish
these
to the cart.
definitely, yeah.
We'll get you a fresh one. Let me set this one back over here for display. Oh, you want to add another Rebel? Okay.
Another Rebel.
We're going to go ahead and add another Rebel.
Another Uno.
Another Uno Red. Seems to be your favorite color.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to add...
No. Let's get the matte black.
Matte black?
It's gonna go good with my
Boots, because you an aesthetic
Come
guy.
on,
You know what I'm
now,
saying? Okay. Hey, Plug, matte black Uno. Add that to the cart, please.
I've yet to try these.
You don't like that design.
I don't like the design. It looks different. Out of all of these, it looks different. We've seen that before, but this looks
Ooh,
like...
I didn't even know about that.
It feels...
And I know you're just an Andes guy.
I'm gonna say I need to try these. I'm gonna say I'm gonna need to try these.
Okay, Plug. Snap. Oh, all right, Plug. We're gonna add a brand new Andes Resurge foil shaver to the cart. Get you a fresh one of them. So we added a Resurge. We added another Rebel. We added a matte black Uno to match your trimmer. And of course, last but not least, the brand new Wall Vanish foil shaver. I think that's enough of this wall. Finally, we're just gonna move to our accessory wall, get you laced up with any last minute accessories you gotta add, and then we'll get you out of here, all right, man? Made it to our last stop, our accessory wall. What are you running low on?
Always need little brushes.
So here at the Barber Plug, we just brought our brand new comb brush combo tool. We're gonna add a few of those to your bag. What do you think of the concept?
Hey, this hard. I gotta admit. And the bristles are nice and firm. Okay.
Cool. Talking about it, we also have some Barber Plug neck dusters. Do you use a lot of hair grippers?
Yes.
Branded Barber Plug grippers. Now, you got a bunch of trimmers. You got that brand new boost. So do you want to add some new blades, some DLC
Now we
FX?
talking. Yeah, I need, classic. The gold ones.
We'll add a few of these gold FX blades, Plug. Yeah. All right, what about a backpack, travel bag? You know, we up here, so we might as well. JRL bag.
JRL?
Different.
Okay. Wait a minute, I see something, is black and gold. What is this? Hold on. Let me see, hold on, wait a minute. It's out of these two right here. This a backpack. Oh, this is the,
Let me help you out here, Jeezy.
Here, okay, JRL, my bad for just saying it's JRL.
Do you want one?
I'll take this.
Plug. Add a JRL backpack. Say less. All right, is there anything else you want to add, or let's get to checking out?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. All right, so we're about to get you checked out, finally. But I want to hear from you. What would you tell a brand new barber in barber school right now, a youngin', stepping in the industry?
I would say continue to grind hard. I know it's cliche to say, but keep grinding. Do the research. Don't listen to negative people around you that's feeding you negativity as far as, how you cut you know, always know that you'll get better with time, especially if you put the work in and you want it bad enough.
YouTube is your thing. There's a lot of barbers, even like myself, who, you know, are cutting hair, but want to get into the content game.
With YouTube, I would say dive in. Don't second guess it. Don't sit here and be like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it next week. This top of the year, I'm gonna start. Just start now and get yourself used to that camera, get yourself used to speech, talking, just get yourself used to it right now.
Last but not least, you have your own product, your wave brush. Tell us a little bit about that and where we can get it.
I basically designed a wave brush. You know, I started off on YouTube talking about hair, how to get waves, and I wanted to create a brush where it gets around your crown a little bit more, because as wavers, we look in the mirror with our left hand and then we brush with our right, and it was always hard to get around your crown area on that left side. So I wanted to design a brush that makes it easier for you to get around that area. I just wanted to come out with something different that, you know, wavers can appreciate.
Okay, where can we get that at?
Get that at www.360jeezy.com. I'm happy about that 360jeezy.com.
Okay. I hope that these tools treat you well. I hope that you find something new that you really fall in love with. And from here, the plug's gonna get you checked out, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
Jeezy, what's up, bro? Thank you for coming through.
No problem.
You did some major damage with Brooks.
Yeah, what we looking like?
One thing before we get to your total, appreciate you getting the barber plug stuff. That means a lot. You know, we just dropped that stuff. You dropped the product too, bro. I ordered it, been using it.
With that one. I seen
Oh
the
my
gram.
God, that's my favorite brush, bro.
Since you got the brush, now you have stepped into another round.
So on the caliber, I know you said you wanted the black one. I upgraded you to the gold color because I know you're all about aesthetics. Your total today, are you ready to get to that?
Man, let's see. All right.
Jazz, can you come bag this stuff up while I talk to him about this total? I thought about it though as y'all were shopping and stuff. I was like, you know what? If you can answer these 3 trivia questions that I have for you, then I might do you something special. Right now, you're looking at $1,482. So, you know, a little cash card.
Let's see what you're talking about with these questions.
Yeah, I got 3 trivia questions for you. If you get 2 of them correct.
You got 3?
Yeah,
if I get
3.
2 of them correct.
Yeah, you just have to be 60%. Your first question is, in the state of California, what's the official state animal?
It's a bear.
But what kind of bear? Yeah, I looked it up, so you gotta be specific.
It's a bear, though.
It is a bear.
Ain't no polar bear.
Not a polar bear.
It's
Come on, Jeezy. Thought you lived there all your life. All right, I'll give you a hint. Memphis, the basketball team.
It's a grizzly bear.
All right. Ooh, thank
Grizzly.
God. Second question. What can be broken but can never be physically held? I'll give you a hint. Usually when you're like dating a woman, trying to get her to really like be exclusive.
A heart? Is it a heart?
I'm gonna give you lifelines. I'm gonna treat this like.
You can't physically hold your heart.
Let me finish what I was saying.
Okay.
So usually we make a lot of false D's to the woman or whoever it may be that you're trying to get. That's the hint.
Promises. Yeah, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Come on now. What you mean?
All right.
You will, but you don't.
Okay, get your R&B on, baby. All right. Yeah, so your 1400 tab is gonna be on me today.
What?
Yes, I mean, you answered the trivia questions correctly.
My man.
Yeah, I got you. You know, they don't call me the plug for no reason. Yeah, bro, just, be safe. Keep showing love to the plug whenever you need your stuff.
Right.
Just pull up, we got you. I'm gonna sign you eventually, so you won't even have to pay for this stuff and do this trivia question stuff, but talk about that another day.
Right.
Be safe on the plane.
I have appreciated you. I've been appreciating you for a while now. And I thank you for this.
Go ahead on, Mr. 14.
I wouldn't be.
This is gonna be a long one. I'm brushing the dust off.
I just want to make sure that we straight, okay?
Peace out, B.
I'm feeling unlimited. Aye. Starting up finishing. Yeah. I can let it fit it, man. I'm too unlimited.
And everyone in this room deserves a Grammy, but these awards are for barbers that sacrifice hundreds of hours away from their family.
So starting off, I did a #1 close all the way across because I did see some dips and curvatures in his head.
The fact that we've got a more powerful motor, we've got crunch blade technology, means that we can go through hair nice and easy.
Take out your phone, take a picture of this, and I want you guys to tag Wall Pro into this, okay? We're gonna do a giveaway.
This has DLC. This has a diamond-like coating, which means that it doesn't heat up as much and it's less resistant to chipping and it's a lot tougher.
As you can see here, all new Magic Clip, lo mejor de lo mejor. Gracias, hermano. Una pregunta, ¿qué piensa de wall profesional? Hermano, más de 100 años en la industria, los mejores. Número 1 con Magic Clip, me encanta. La Senior también. ¿Cuál tiene lo mejor de lo mejor? You've been in the industry for 15 years. What do you think of wall professional? That's all I use. That's the product preference. Everything about the clippers is just getting better. What is your favorite tool? Which one is your favorite tool?
My Magic Clips, baby. I have 30 years. It's the best energy ever.
All right, YouTube, we're going to get started with this haircut, man. I'm going to start off with the Babyliss Pros to set the foundation of it. We're going to start with the lever open, and we're going to make this first guideline about 1 inch thick. We're just going to try to make it as consistent as we possibly can all the way through. All right, so for this part, man, we just gonna close the lever and start to flick out that bottom line. And remember, just apply light pressure when you're flicking at that bottom line, because you only want to take that bottom line out. You can come back later and do any detailing, but right now we're just trying to take that bottom line of demarcation out so that we can move on to the next step. All right, so now we're about to put the one guard on, open it all the way up, and create that same guideline with the same consistency. All right, so right here what I did was I closed the lever on the one guard, man, and what I'm gonna do is that same section where I did the one guard open, I just cleaned everything else with the one guard closed, man, just to make everything lighter, and so it'll be easier for the next step. All right, so for this part, I'm not going to use the 2-guard. I'm just going to switch over to my Stylecraft Rebels, and I'm just going to do a little freehand into the afro up top. Just give it a little shape. It's just like my detail before detailing, man. Just kind of create a little shape, man, so that when I come back to detail it, I don't have to do as much. And as you can see, it created just a little bit of a dark line, man. So what I'm gonna do is slap my 1-guard back on my Rebels, my Stylecraft Rebels, and I'm just gonna go down on it just to smoothen it out. All right, so we're gonna put on the half guard. And there's actually 2 things we do with the half guard, man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start all the way open, and we just gonna flick at that line that you see, that middle line, man. We're just gonna clean it up a little bit with the lever open, and then you're gonna see me closing, and then we're just gonna finish up the fade that way. Okay, so right here you see I closed the lever on it. Then we're just gonna lightly flick at that line just to get it out. Any line of demarcation, you just want to get it out, man. You can come back and do any detail work, but for now we're just gonna lightly flick at that line and just try to get it out as much as we possibly can. All right, well, lastly, what you want to do with the fade is detail it. Always do detail work, y'all. Whether you're a beginner barber, advanced barbers already know this, but for beginner barbers, always detail every fade. All right, so for this part, man, we're just gonna pick the hair out to its full potential and start to shape it. And make sure that you pick it out at least 2 to 3 times, man, and go over it 2 or 3 times with the clippers, man, to give it that final crispy shape. And lastly is the lineup, y'all. So, this is going to bring everything together. So just make sure you take your time and just have a steady hand. Alright, that's the cut, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please remember to follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank y'all for y'all time. I appreciate it. God bless, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
YouTube, what's up? It's your boy 360 Jeezy, and you already see what it is. I got my Shadors on, aka my Coach Primes on, aka my what's the other Shiloh, my bad, I didn't get the same energy. Shiloh, the family glasses, you already see they came in. It was a little too late though. I ordered them in the summertime and they came in the wintertime, so you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna wear these. But listen, enough with all that. Let's dive into this video. Let's go. Alright, you guys, we are back. I got my Coach Primes on, so you know what Prime do. He gonna keep it 100. Let's go. Alright, my man got dreads. Probably want to taper on the sides. Clean him up on the sides, get him right. Got the pencil out on him. I usually do the pencil at the end. I really don't do the pencil as I'm cutting, you know what I'm saying? But it's to each his own. Alright, that was alright. Alright, you got your boy 360 Jeezy with the crispy liners. With the tail in the back. I wish he would cut it off. I know people wanted my own opinion, but hey, you know what I'm saying? That's my client. But I wish he would just cut. I just wish he would cut it off. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's you gotta give your clients what they ask for, alright? He asked for this. Alright, don't think I'm recommending him to do this. Crispy. You already know. You already know what it is. You already know what it is when it was, what it is when it. Alright, bro. Alright. Enough of this video. It's dragging on too long. Alright. We got my man right here. Man, he cutting them down with the. I don't even know what thing is, the Osters or whatever it is. It's the detachable clippers. I really don't use those, but I ain't mad at anybody else that do. Crispy line. He's using the Andis T outliners, cordless. I don't know about those, but obviously it looked like they hit right here. Good cut. Client consultation going on right now from my man with the V-neck makeshift. It really ain't supposed to be there, but we see the DJLs. I need those. That's the little clip that he has on right here. I need those. Those sound good, and they clip. They clip without the clip because you can use clean cut. Barney, put him back in the game. At first he was looking real shame, but he barred him. Boom, put him back in the game. At first he was looking a little shame, but he brought him back in the game. Alright, my man right here with the beard. Man, how come I don't never get none of those clients, man, with them perfect beards like that? I don't never get clients like that. I don't know what it is. If you a client out there that got a nice beard, click the link in the bio. For sure, click the link in the bio. We got DJ in the building. That's one of my clients right now. I haven't seen her in a while though. Where you been, Playboy? Where you been? But that's a clean cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna boost myself up. That's a wave cut. That's a low taper. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all out here giving out these waiver cuts, just know they really be wanting this low taper right here. They really do, because we want all the hair closer to the shoreline. That is one of the best clippers out, in my opinion, man. Them instinct clippers is the hardest. Peel back. He's deflowering the haircut right now. Alright. I ain't mad at the clippers. Oh, this that same person that be doing it to the front line, man! He ain't got no waves, so it ain't really that bad. He ain't got no waves, so it really ain't that bad. I don't like how he be doing that to the front line like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are sensitive areas. Clean. Barred him. At first I thought that was a taper until he turned it over in the back and slow fade with the curls on top. This is probably one of my best haircuts to do. Woo! Let's go! My man dipping out here. What you mean? Keep the taper low. Talk about it. Come on now. Crispy line in the back, behind the ear. Let's go. Okay. It's a little bit higher than normal that what I would do, but it's clean cut. You know what I'm saying? It's a clean cut. You get the Jeezy approval right now. You got the client. You bagged the client, right? You got him in the chair. First of all, you don't just see too many waivers out here just looking like that. You bagged the client, put him in the chair, and you barred him. You did an incredible job. Hats off to that barber right there. But this man right here, all right, this is a good cut. 100% natural. All right. No enhancements. All right. That's a decent fade. I know y'all thought that I was gonna say something reckless about this cut. I know y'all thought about I was gonna say something reckless, but nah, man. That was a decent cut. That was a good one. All right, using the Babyliss bronze. I ain't never had the bronze. I don't even know if I would go with the bronze. Just being, you know what I'm saying? I'm about win. Win. I gotta have the gold ones. I can't have no silver ones. I gotta have the gold ones, man. Win. I don't want to be second place, third place. I want to be in the first place category. You know what I'm saying? And win. I'm not clean cut. Clean, barred him a little bit. I seen something right here, but I'm not going to drag it. I seen something right here. Like he's dipping up, but I'm not going to drag it though. All right, man, my man out here looking so, whoa. Nah, you got to show the process. No, you got to show the process, bro. Clean cut, but you got to show the process. Hold on, wait a minute. That's a professional pushback right there. Hey. That's a professional pushback. What he just did, that was definitely a professional pushback. And I know some of y'all be like, yo, Jeezy, you pushback, I ain't pushback. I ain't saying you did. I'm just saying, professional-wise, you get the hangover. He took off the right amount. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will say that's a pushback, but it really isn't. My man let it go. Nah, just let it go, though. Like, all right, what is this, a compilation? All right. And it looked like your boy was leaning, but I don't know. I ain't gonna judge. But he's definitely a dope barber, though. But I ain't gonna judge, but he did look like he was leaning. I don't know if it was just me. I don't know if it was we. In the comment section below, let me know. Bars. Come on, man. All right, client consultation is lasting a little bit too long. Barty. Put him in the game. What did he do back there? What was the design? Show the design. I don't like the design. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I don't really care for the design like that. I ain't gonna cap to you. Something about that line that I'm not feeling. Something about that hairline that I'm not feeling. But overall, it's a decent cut. Alright. Put him in the game with the Stylecraft trimmers. I don't know what trimmers are those, but it's definitely Stylecraft. Alright, nice blend. Nice cut. Alright. Spraying a little enhancements in there. Clean. Put him in the game. Alright. Ain't too much I can say about that cut. My man got dreads. Alright, this is K Fades. I don't know. What is it? I don't know. KZ Fades? It might be KZ Fades. KZ Fades about to hook my man up. I already know what he about to do. Client consultation always takes too long. I already know it. And then bam, you're gonna put them in the game. Watch. Okay. Oh, all right. Show the cut. All right. Put him in the game. All right. He put him in the game. Like I said, like I knew. If y'all ain't following KZ Fades, make sure y'all follow, man. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If y'all want to know where y'all can get these Shadors from, these primes from, these is clean, all right? I've been waiting on these gold things to come in. All right, hold on. Let me show you my Shadors on. You know what I'm saying? Shadors! It's your boy 360 Jeezy. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. More videos to come. I'm out. Peace.
What's going on, everybody? This is Kev the Barber with another classic, and you're sitting at the barber's table. Today we're going to be going over 9 hairline mistakes that you cannot do. Just avoid that joint. Do not even step close to these things. Now, I don't know about you, but hairline is probably like one of my favorite parts of the haircut. I really like a fade. I like a nice blend. Then I like refining that blend with the hairline. And sometimes we can get a little bored with a lot of things we do as barbers. So first thing on the list is pressing too hard. You cannot press. Do not press hard on the hairline. When you press hard on the hairline, you cause abrasions, you cause cuts, you cause issues, irritation. If you got light skin, you'll see the red marks. Red marks is a universal sign that, hey bro, you went a little too hard on my man's right there. You know what I'm saying? You just did too much. So avoid pushing too hard. If you really want to get a sharp lineup, make sure you learn how to use a straight razor blade. Creating that soft barber's touch is essential to satisfying not only the look for your client and the feel for your client. The main thing you need to do in order to accomplish that is touch the client with your finger before you touch it with the clipper. It allows us to gauge the amount of pressure we're putting on the skin so we do not cause any irritation or any problems. Next on the list is negative gapping. If this is the top blade and this is the bottom blade, zero gapping is just having the cutting blade right below it, right? Many people think it's right at the same. I don't agree with that. True zero gapping causes issues because then you're gonna have the cutting blade touching the skin, and use a clipper to cut hair. Don't use a clipper to cut skin. It's gonna touch the skin just a tad. You don't want the cutting blade to be pressing on the skin and rubbing against it. Rubbing at a really fast rate is gonna that's what causes the cuts. That's what causes the abrasions. It's causes the problems. We zero gap it too close, and on top of zero gapping it close, we aren't mindful of the angle that we put the clipper on the skin with. And when you do that, cause more problems for yourself. So some people aren't even really zero gapping. They're negative gapping because they're taking the cutting blade and they're pushing it past the comb blade, which causes issues for everybody and their mom. I actually did a video on this a while back when I was in college. It's called How to Adjust Your Wall Detailer. I'd show you exactly the move I use when I'm zero gapping any clipper. It's specifically on the wall detailer, but you can use the same techniques on any clipper that you're using. Third thing on the list is incorrect angling. I mentioned it in the last one, mentioned it here. I can't give you the perfect angle for every time you put the clipper on the person's head, but I will say you want the cutting blade not to be pressed up against the skin, and you want the comb blade to be touching the skin. And the way that you make sure that that is happening is you lead with your index finger, angle the clipper, and then you place it on the head so that it can touch the head instead of just resting the clipper on the head and just thinking you're just gonna cut. You have to be aware of what your hands are doing, aware of what's happening with the clipper on the client's head so you aren't causing any problems. It doesn't matter what clipper you have in your hand. If you don't know how to use it properly, you're gonna have these issues, whether your clipper is $30 or if it's $200. The next thing on the list is creating lines without references. When you make that first line on the front, you make that line on the side, the line on the back, every single line you create is referenced to something else. The head is doubles. You split it in half and there are doubles throughout the entire head. Make your eyebrows to reference for the front, use your ears, and the side of your eyebrows to reference for the side. Use different parts of your head to reference the lines on your head. On the course I made, the Barber System, I go through the exact reference points and stuff you need to do in order to create that look. You can check check out that course in the description box below. Along with your purchase of the Barber system, there's an exclusive group where I have lives and discussions. The first launch of that live is going to be done next week, so if you guys are interested, be sure to sign up. Number 5 on the list is not brushing. I know it can look really clean when you first put the clipper on the head, the hair is gone, and you think, oh wow, I created that line, but you didn't. That's just a rough draft. You need to brush it down and refine. Brush down and refine, and the more you brush, the more you refine, because what happens is, I know when you cut hair and you cut it short, you look like you've controlled it. It's there, it's in the place that you want it to be, but hair moves. So if you don't account for the movement of hair, once that client leaves and it starts doing what it does, starts moving, they're gonna be like, the cut wasn't as good as I thought it was, because once it started moving, the hairline was gone, the style that I was given just got messed up, because in the chair you didn't move the hair in anticipation for what it actually does, it moves. Number 6 on the list is an uneven hairline. You know, you got the jokes, you see people on Instagram looking in the mirror like, oh my God, what happened? What happened to my hairline? It's all messed up, so not straight. The reason the person does not have a straight hairline is because you didn't use your reference points and you did not change perspectives. Perspective is an interesting thing when it comes to barbering. You have to constantly change it in order to make sure that the moves you made were the right moves to make. A lot of people get scared when they see their barber take a step back and look, oh my God, did he make a mistake? No, he's actually doing what he's supposed to be doing. You take a step back from the haircut in order to change the perspective to see if it looks good in that same perspective, because angles shift and perspective changes when you're close up to something and from when you're far away from it. People do not have the right system and step-by-step process in order to make sure that their hairline is straight. I also have a video on this. It's called How to Shape Up Men's Front Hairline, Line Up, Edge Up. I also put a card up here. I think it's on this side or this side. In that video, I just show you guys on a really messed up hairline. It's really all over the place, how to make it straight. When you have a system, when you know exactly what you're going after, it doesn't matter what type of hairline it is, you do the same system every single time. It's to the point where I don't even really see messed up hairlines anymore. I just see the hairline I would put on it. So when I do a hairline and somebody goes, oh my goodness, it's crazy how you got from here to here. In my eyes, it's like the whole time I saw here. If I saw here the whole time, it's kind of like, oh wow, I guess you can't see what I see. And that's the barber's eye. That's what you need to develop. Along with an uneven hairline, the next problem people have is pushing back hairlines. The biggest reason people are trying to get this pushback, or people keep pushing back, is because the further you go back, the higher the contrast. So they're gonna go deeper into adult hairs to create a sharper line, right? The issue with that is the grow back is terrible. This is the difference between caring about your client and caring about a picture on Instagram that you post and if somebody will repost you or something like that. You wanna make sure that you're solving that person's problem, right? In order to accomplish as high of a contrast of a hairline as possible without pushing it back, you continue to brush the hair down, start the lineup earlier than you would expect it to be, brush it down and see what happens. There's this thing I call sketching in a hairline, where you start the hairline where you know you're not gonna finish it in order to move towards the completion point so that you don't get ahead of yourself. The next mistake I see a lot is having round corners. Having round corners, I think, is really just not understanding the tool that you have in your hand. As I said in fade techniques I wish I knew years ago, I'll link that up with the cards as well. Understanding the structure of the blade that is on your trimmer will help you navigate throughout the corners and peaks of people's hairlines. Because every part of the blade that you put on the skin doesn't actually cut hair. The furthest parts do not cut, so you need to make sure if you look at the blade and look at just the black area, the hairs need to reach those corners. Hairs need to fall inside that black line in order to cut. Last but not least, excessive cutting. I know I talked about brushing. I know I talked about sketching, changing perspectives, and all these different aspects of the hairline, right? While it's a lot to think about, but while you're doing all that, you have to make sure you aren't pressing and rubbing over the same areas too many times, because you're gonna cause irritation. Don't be alarmed, because the good thing about the list that I just provided you with about everything from 1 to 8, when you have your clippers set and nails width apart, when you rest your finger on before you put the clipper on, when you brush and look at the haircut right after you take a swipe at it, when you follow these steps, causing abrasions or cuts or anything like that is a lot less likely. So I hope that list helps you guys out. I hope these lists and all these videos that I'm dropping are helping to simplify it for you. If something in this list particularly really helped you out, please leave a comment in the section below. And also make sure you check out my website down below. I have my course set up. The Barber System is basically a GPS for your haircuts. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching today's video. See you guys in the next one.
Boom. What's up, everybody? Barber Time Buzz in the building. I'm here with the legendary Rough Ends. Gentlemen, appreciate and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you guys. How y'all doing?
Man, blessed, brother. All weekend, another day. You know
Thanks
what
for
I mean?
having us.
Thanks for having
No,
us.
y'all thanks for having us. Again, this is a barbershop network. In the 90s, when I first started it, y'all was on radio. We listening to y'all. Like, you know what I mean? The club promoters that come in to drop off flyers because y'all was in the clubs. You know what I mean? And so for me, this is full circle.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, I appreciate that.
Indeed, brother.
So what's
Shout out
going
to the street teams.
No doubt. Yeah, real talk. Like that.
Street teams
The
stay in the
street team
barbershops.
is the impetus of what started the concept of the network. So shout out to the street teams.
Shout out to the street teams.
No doubt. Yeah, they're necessary.
Yeah.
So talk to me. Why are you guys here in Baltimore today? Because we're here at the All Natural Hair Show in Baltimore, the Baltimore Beard and Barber Battle, and you guys are in the building. My man Paul Jones just hit me off that you guys were in the building. Why are you guys here today?
Well, we got invited by my man Paul Jones. You know what I mean? We go way back like babies and pacifiers. So he hit us up, man. And we from Baltimore, so this is home for us. So
it is.
It's nothing like supporting our own. You know what I mean? And being a part of something positive that's gonna move the culture forward. You know what I mean?
Black excellence, most definitely. And for me, on that whole the black excellence and the camaraderie, we need to see that. And this whole concept started from the black barbershop. And then once Ice Cube came and dropped that movie, you kind of really saw it kind of explode into all of the cultures and everything.
Yeah, we was on that soundtrack.
This is what I'm talking about. It all started in our neighborhood. So you guys, again, this is full circle. And this is full circle. So what you guys gonna do today? You guys performing? Y'all gonna sing for the people?
Yeah, we're gonna sing a little something.
We gotta sing a little something.
We're gonna do a meet and greet, man, and just fellowship, brother. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a lot of good things going on out there, man. So
Build with these entrepreneurs out here.
Absolutely. You guys recording anything?
Yeah, we got a record out right now called Rebirth. At Official Rough Ends on Instagram. Go follow us right now. On Instagram and Facebook at Official Rough Ends. But the new project is called Rebirth. We got a joint with Crazy Bone on there that's fire. Just gotta check out the new project. And videos out right now. Go follow our YouTube channel and check out the latest visuals from us as well, man. We got soundtracks out. That's on Shots Fired. That's on the Pump soundtrack. That's on David Makes Man. So look all those movies up and check out our latest music.
Yeah, what's the Instagram again?
At Official Rough Ends.
Official
And that's RUFFENDZ.
No doubt. Y'all make sure y'all check them out in all y'all barbershops. Y'all know how we do. Get that on the air. Get them playing.
Yes, sir.
So what's next near future after these projects that you have?
Touring. We got some touring situations coming up. Australia. Back to Australia. We had a lot of continued love and success. Definitely here in the States as well.
Where's your favorite place to go perform outside of the States?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Oh man, that's nails on the chalkboard. That's a tough one.
Is it because it's competition and there's so many of them, or
it's the thing of how the fans love. The fans love you different over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like in America, I love the fans here. Don't get me wrong. But y'all be a little wishy-washy. You know what I mean? They don't hear from you
It's certain places though.
Certain places. Like that.
It's genuine.
But it's like everywhere we go. Like we did a tour last year with Khalees. It was a crazy lineup from Neo, 3LW, not 3LW, In Vogue, Mario. The lineup was crazy. Kelly Rowland, Christine Milian. It was crazy. We came up first on the lineup, and when you come up first on the lineup, especially over here, you worried about everybody being there, people getting there late, the house filling up. Man, they get there early. Like one of the days I thought the least amount of people was gonna be there, it probably was the most. It was like they was already there. You talking half hour early. They've been there partying, jamming already. All you see is raincoats because it was raining outside. Different color raincoats. Like, they outside like it's fun in the sun. Yeah. Singing every word, every ad lib. They singing ad libs. We not singing on the song. Yeah, we doing other ad libs.
That's their shower version.
Right, man.
Listen,
So it's like
they know your name over there. Like
yeah.
They knew our birth names over there. Like it wasn't just Da Vinci and shit. They were like David Chance.
Like loud. Like the DJ stopped the music. You know, they cut and stop the music. Mm-hmm. They singing loud. Whole song, you standing there, and they'll literally sing the whole song. That gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling you had when you first started, of when you first got on stage and you noticed that people knew the words to your song, and you was like, yo, they were singing the song, they were singing the song. It's that feeling like it give you butterflies almost, you feel me? So, you know, we got places, but places overseas, I would say definitely like
top three.
New Zealand, Australia, London. No, you know what? The Netherlands.
Say word.
The Netherlands, like the Netherlands was an experience and a half.
Both them and New Zealand, I always wonder about, just because watching History Channel and all that stuff. They always wonder.
They gave us a tribal welcome. In New Zealand.
That's what's up.
It was one of the dopest things I've experienced in my life. Yeah. Crazy. Like, you get off the plane. They met us at the door of the plane. One of the elders. Yeah. Guy, he, like, you could tell they, like, related to, like, sumo. Yeah. They, like, got some of the same ancestral backgrounds. Yeah. White guy got, like, a whale tooth around his neck.
That's that wealth.
He came and he spoke real soft. He was like, we're gonna have a ceremony to keep you safe, and we value your presence here in New Zealand. This will always keep you as like one of the family. He's breaking it down, and he like just follow me. We looking like they had people that came 3 hours out the mountains. Our plane was late, so they literally was there for about 6-7 hours waiting for us with the tribal stuff on in the room just like this.
Exactly.
Bullshit talking, money walking.
We talking about my dude Ric Flair. Like, that's my spirit animal. Ric Flair Godzilla.
His whole vibe was like one of the brothers. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
So I mean, you guys will be more people, right? Y'all hometown here.
Most definitely.
Hometown for sure.
Most definitely.
West Baltimore.
No, West B.
What's sweet?
No doubt.
He ate.
No doubt. Just so we can encompass this whole thing, a little bit of barbershop talk. Something that happened in y'all from the barbershop that y'all remember.
Oh, man.
Because you mentioned OG, so that kind of was one. But I want y'all to give me some.
Yeah.
Or even that you heard. You know what I mean?
Just the neighborhood.
Don't rat nobody.
No, I'm saying just our neighborhood alone.
Yeah.
I'm saying everybody that's listening that's not from B-More, we average 350 murders a year. 350, 360. It's 360 days in a year, so you're talking a body a day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We not the size of like a New York. You know what I'm saying? You could fit Baltimore in New York. Like you probably a few times. So you talking about how do we even compare to a Chicago or a New York? So that alone is like, I mean, we almost like on I ain't gonna say everyone, but most of our projects, it was like the first project we did when we got back together. The black and white cover. Cop that too.
Black and white.
Soul Brothers.
Soul Brothers. I'm your soul brother. Number one. Come on, baby. You know what I mean? I had to plug that real quick.
Absolutely.
But
that's the job.
we was recording the Soul Brothers joint, and it was like where we had the studio at, it was like around the way, like off of Garrison and Ricestown, with the bar across the street. We over there record one of our hottest songs on the album, and somebody getting stabbed on the corner, like the corner taped off. Somebody running off, police chase, like, you know what I mean? Like that's like always been, sorry to say, like the fuel to the fire when it comes to R&B music from the beginning. You know what I mean? Even back to the 5 Heartbeats like thing with a guy with the very beginning of the movie, they running from the guy his boy got shot in the other leg, and he said, "Go ahead without me." He run to the stage. Oh, ain't got no money. Like, where you come from? You feel me? It's like that's real life for a lot of people.
No.
You know, we make it look pretty on camera.
Y'all do it, but I mean, as soon as I told people I'm going to Baltimore, what do you think the first thing they say to me?
Watch
Be
out.
careful.
Why? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Why was shot there? Be careful and all that. I'm like, listen, man, I go deal with my black people wherever they are. Like, I'm a barber, and so I'm used to dealing with people. So, and same people. So it's just like, regardless. But you guys being from the neighborhood, from a hood specifically, and then growing up and coming and traveling the world, like, to me, and for me to be doing this, it's important because the next phase of what we're going to be doing as a company, but then as an industry, is grooming them young guns. You know what I mean? And they need to know things can be, and I need them hearing people that get out of it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotta pay it forward.
Yeah, and get out of it and do.
I gotta make one point while we at this juncture.
Talk.
A lot of people feel like if you're not gonna make it with a wicked jump shot, football, they don't see too many ways out.
No.
But one thing that I could definitely think about from the beginning, just sitting here, brothers like our brother Kurt, that used to cut our hair, a couple different people became entrepreneurs at an early age from cutting hair.
Yep.
Feel what I'm saying? So don't overlook it.
Nope.
Don't overlook it. You feel what I'm saying?
It's a gateway, boy.
You might be looking at rough ends today, but so many years ago, I was in my teens. I remember knocking on the brother basement window. Yo, Dre, let me get a shape up. I'll pay you back. I got an interview down the fudgery. You feel what I'm saying? Looking raggedy rough, boy. I get a haircut. I'm looking like, show me the money. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? A fresh haircut will change your life. You understand what I'm saying?
Everything.
Get you that girl, get you that job.
Everything.
Confidence.
Take a bum off the street and give him a haircut and see how he look. He's gonna look like a different person.
We've done that. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'll pay for a few of them. Yeah, I'll pay for a few.
No doubt.
I'll pay for some of them.
No doubt.
You feel different with a haircut.
No, I just talked to, because one of the things I want to do, again, my shop just burnt down, still hurt, and I got a bunch of old clippers. We're going to start something where we start little training grounds for some young guns. You know, learn how to cut, because it's time to start recruiting back, especially the young black barbers. And we're going to do some things, and we're also going to get some barbers and stylists certified in mental health, peer support, marketing, sales, like all of those other things. But then I want to start them young as well, because it's like, listen, like you said, stop chasing all those other things. Look at the entrepreneurs, and there it is.
It's a hair store in every hood.
There it is.
In
There's a
every
reason,
corner almost.
There's
Like,
millions of people
market.
in every city.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So carve your own. So, all right. I don't want to hold too much of you guys' time. I know you guys about to go and perform.
That's dope, bro.
You guys made it easy for me, so I appreciate that. This is Barber Time Buzz. Y'all know who I am and do what I do.
Yeah.
This is Rough Ends. My brothers from Baltimore. Thank you. Appreciate it. 1,000%.
Thank you, brother.
1,000%. Paul, if y'all can give me that one time, Barber Time all the time.
Yeah.
Barber Time all the time. No doubt. Let's go.
Let me do a drop for y'all real quick.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chi.
And I'm Da Vinci.
And we're Rough Ends. And this is Barber Time all the time.
My G's.
Barber Time Buzz.
Yeah, you say Barber Time Buzz because this is the Barber Time Buzz.
Okay.
Like the show is the Barber
this
Time
is
Buzz.
nice.
The hashtag is Barber Time all the time.
Yep.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chi.
And I'm Da Vinci.
And we're Rough Ends. And this is the Barber Time Buzz.
No doubt. Gentlemen, thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, good brother.
Really good.
Appreciate
When
you.
we get that program going up, we're going to...
Oh, yeah, reach out and
switch. Yep.
up, YouTube? It's Chuka the Barber, and I got some more heat for y'all today. This cut right here is actually one of my favorite drops on YouTube. Like, the cut, the video, shit is fire. I know y'all gonna fuck with it tough. As always, I'ma shampoo and condition my clients' hair with the Pro Rich collection, making sure that the hair gets the proper nourishment. You know, a healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. Alright, so dry them off real quick and get my canvas ready. So I'm gonna keep the length and allow the curls to just do their thing, and all I'm doing right now is just getting rid of all the hair sticking up. Starting off with my initial guideline. So the trimmers I'm using are the Andis Slimline Pros with the GTX blade on there. I wanted to try these out, see how I like them. They're cool, you know what I mean? But I wish they had more power. But anyway, they are modified with my 1 minute blade modifier, and the blade is perfectly set for maximum performance with my on the money 10-second blade setter. You can cop those at therichbarber.com. But you see right here, I already trimmed them up in the front a little bit to prep the hairline before I do the line. So I want to, you know, remove any bulk I know I'm not going to use. All right, I got a 1/8 guard on there, removing bulk. Now I have some enhanced hold spray, and I'm going to apply this to his hairline. Allow it to dry, and as always I do a solid lineup, but it's still a prep lineup. That way I can see my fade coming together as I blend it out. And after I fade it, I always go back and tighten it up a little more. You'll notice in this cut that, of course, the fade drops in the back because it's a drop fade, but also you can see my initial line, my fade line. You can see that it also drops a little bit in the front. So it, you know, it starts kind of low in the front. You can see right there, it drops to the back. Starting my blend, lever all the way closed. Taking the fade up a little bit. Blending out the initial guideline. Creating a new guideline. And this is how I fade up. This is when I don't have a guard on there. I just fade upward. Another small adjustment. Remove that guideline, create a new guideline, and watch the blend come together. Another small adjustment, take the fade up a little more. slap a 1/16 guard on, lever all the way open, and I'm gonna take the fade up a little more now. And instead of fading upward this time, I'm gonna fade downward. So I'm gonna close the lever halfway and blend below that last blend. Then I'm gonna close it fully and blend below that until I blend it into the initial blend that I did with no bar. Now I got a 1/8 guard on, lever all the way open. I'm gonna lay the hair down a little bit more. Now that I did some of the blending, I can see that I want to remove and lay down some of that bulb a little bit. And now reverse the clipper, lever all the way open, and same thing. I'm gonna close the lever halfway, work my way down, close it fully, work my way down until I got the blend looking the way I want. Now I got a 1/4 guard. Work. the Enhanced Pro Barber Kit 2. So first thing I'm doing is adding the hold spray. I'm gonna spray a little hold spray across the hairline. And then I'm going to get my bottle of fibers. This is black. And I'm going to do some light pumps and apply it across the hairline. Using the clear application card for precise application. Make sure not to overdo it. You want to keep it looking natural. Lining them up again with the fibers in there. Okay, so if you're a barber, you know, of course, you line up your clients. But if you're someone who's just at home and you're not a professional barber, but you do want the professional look, even if you don't know how to line yourself up after applying the hair fibers, you can use the clear application card to get precise, accurate placement. All right, it just takes a little practice, a few pumps, like I said, fill it in, and you'll be good. Now I'm filling in his beard with the enhanced hair fibers. You can see how much better it looks when it's filled in. You just want a little bit. You don't need to overdo it. You can see that you can still see some light spots in the beard. You know, because I still wanted to look natural, but I just wanted to give it more of a fuller look. For the double part design, I'm gonna use the edge of the blade, get my outline first, both of them, and then I give it dimension, give it shape, detail it. Now this technique that I'm about to do now with the enhanced hair fibers is I'm actually spraying the fibers onto the card and let them slide into the hair, right? So when you have a tight line like I did in between these two parts and you want to fill it in with some enhanced or any type of design or any type of like tight spot, you can spray it against the card and it'll slide off the card. And because you have the card placed on the design, on the line, it'll slide off and just fill in that area. If you spray it directly at it, it's gonna spray, all over the design, right? So that's a little technique I like to use. The final trimmings of loose ends, and man, that's the final look. And like I said, this is one of my favorite video drops on YouTube. All right, I really fuck with the cut, really fuck with the design. The video was shot dope, man. I hope y'all love it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, holla at me on Instagram. I'm there too. It's the Rich Barber.
Fellow barbers, we have gotten to a place we are not sure that this one machine that all barbers use, that we can depend on it any longer. We found ourselves lost, hiding our Andis masters in our drawers. But what if I told you there was a change? What if I told you there was another side that seems like there can be hope for the Andis masters? What if I told you this is true? Alright YouTube, so basically what we're going to do right now is go into Lowe's and get all the products that you need to make the Andis masters a lot quieter than what they are. So come on, follow me, make sure y'all put your mask on. So this is going to be the first handle that you're going to need. It's going to change out the top. It's going to change up the top area where you open up the Andis masters. You'll see that black. In the video, I'll show you guys later. But what I use for this is that I use outlet sealer. It's basically it works with stuff that's already electrical, and the padding is a lot thicker than the one that's in the masters. So this is why I use this. So this is the first item right here. So let's grab this. Let's look for the next item. Alright, so the next thing you're going to need is electrical tape. I use the black one. If you have not seen Tito Cut's method of how to get them silent, I believe he used his black tape. But this is definitely still, you need this. This goes for $2.88. I believe this one for like $2 as well. So right now we're at $5. And now we got one more item to get, and once I find that, I'll show you. Y'all said this out like 2 times. That's crazy. Yeah. Alright, thank you. Yeah. Alright, so y'all see that I had to get help because I don't know why this time I couldn't find it. But
because you don't know how to look.
I don't. The next thing you're gonna need, honestly, this is probably the most important one out of these two. It is, boom, that's the secret sauce, earplugs. I'm not sure why this foam works the best, but earplugs is the best thing. This is a 10 pair, usually you get from Lowe's. This is $3. I said we was at 5, so this is a total of $8. Under $10, you can make your masters one of the silent clippers now by using all 3 of these. I'm gonna go to my house. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to put all this together to make your masters. The next big thing, this is a problem for a lot of people that has that loud noise with the Andis masters. And these 3 products right here, I'm showing you guys will definitely silence your clipper, all right? So let's get to that. Let's get to the crib. All right, so I said I was gonna do this at home. However, I did do the video. This is me doing part 2 because I feel like it could have done better. So I'm doing it at the shop, and here we go. So here's everything that you guys are going to need. As you guys see, these are the things that I bought from Lowe's. These are the tools that you're going to need, and I took off the blade already from the masters. So this is everything that you're going to need to make your masters really, really silent, better than what they were. So let's get right into it. So basically, the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to take off this, if you have this on your masters. If you don't, and then you don't have to worry about that. But you want to open this bad boy up. And the reason for that is you're going to be using this. So let's open this up. Now when you open this up, you are going to have a piece It's not going to look like this. This is why we're switching it out. And you're going to have a piece that's just going to be like between the wiring and this covering. So what you're going to do is take this off, and you're going to really cut out the same exact thing that's in there and switch it out with this. And if you do that, you'll notice that this material is a lot more thicker. So the vibrations of the masters, and it won't be as strong. It'll be more silent just in that alone. So I think this is a real important thing to do. Make sure that you cut it in the exact way. It has that space and everything like that. So when you put it on here by itself, it should look just like the other one. And just take your time. There's no perfect way to do it. But I just took mine out. I laid it on top of this piece, and I just molded. And once you do that, you'll have your inside piece done. And honestly, that's like one of the most easiest parts. Let me just get this right. Let me just back down. We're going to screw this back in. And this is one of the most easiest adjustments to do. But I did make sure that I did get something that was better between this casing and the wires, just because I feel like the other one's more flimsy. This is more sturdier. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to get your earplugs, and this is very, very important. Honestly, the earplugs is probably one of the most important things about this modification. How you cut these is very important. You have these prongs right here, and that's where these earplugs are going to go. But these are way too big how they come, so you have to cut it down. I'm going to try my best to just show you guys the first time, but it did take me some time to understand how they should look. So I'll show you how mine's look at the end. It's not perfect, but that's how mine's look. See how the difference? You want it to look like that. So this is what I did. Since I know how I want mine to look, I basically almost do like half. So I cut half, and then I work with this right here. Now, of course, when you know about earplugs, when you squeeze them, they stay there, but they do come out. They do stretch back out. And that was the main reason why I even use earplugs anyway, because of the flexibility and the comfort, but they're still strong and sturdy to be used, so when you're moving back and forth, it doesn't cling or hit anything. But it also is flexible to shrink, which is also needed as well. Because a lot of people probably look at this video and say, oh, you're doing a lot of damage to your clipper. But here's the reason why it took me so long to do this, because I wanted to make sure there was no damage to the clipper. So anyway, once you do that, once you cut it off halfway, you are going to try to make it skinnier. So just cut off just a little bit of the edges. Not too much, because you, like I said, you want it to not cling on to other stuff and bang and make that noise. So, like I said, when you squeeze it, it shrinks. So this is like perfect. Mine's can get just like this. I'll show you guys. I just squeezed it and it looks just like this. But when you let it sit, it's going to stretch back out, which you want it to do. And let me just clean this up for now. You want this to look just like this. You want it to stretch out. This is a big difference, and it's very, very key. So that being said, okay, so once you got both of them done, I'm just doing one for right now, but once you got both of them done, they look like this. Now you need to find something that's the same size as these prongs, right? So if you guys have ever had the Beam Team Cordless Expressor, this is what cleans any like airbrushes, if you have any of that. See what matches up to the same exact size of this, right? And I found it. This basically matches up to this. And the reason why you want to do that is because you want to make a hole in the middle. Now carefully do that. You don't want to be like really aggressive with it, but try to create a hole in the middle. If you find like a safety pins works best too, but I didn't have one right here at the shop right now. So I'm just twisting and I'm going, but don't go all the way to the top. If you can see through, if you can see the metal or whatever you're using through this, then you went too far. You just want to go just kind of close, but not too close, and make sure that you're really creating a hole there, because you want to easily put this on the masters. And then you have your hole. Once you do that, you test it. Put this on top of the prong, and you can squeeze it tight. I know that you don't want it to be too crazy, and I know that this is a perfect fit. Like I said, it looks crazy, but I guarantee you this works. That's the perfect fit for that. So that one worked. So I'm gonna get my originals, and honestly I can cut this down a little bit, even my own original, so y'all don't look like y'all's look completely different from mine. Okay, so I got these two sitting. Now I'm gonna get this out the way because we're done with that. We're done with the earplugs, and now we're gonna be working on the tape. If you haven't seen Tito Cut's video, he used black tape, and the black tape does help take down the noise a little bit. But if you really want to do like a double whammy, because this is basically what this is right now, is that the prongs is the reason why. It's because this piece right here, the little place where the prongs sit in, is too wide for one, so you're always going to hear a clash of metal and plastic because how strong the clipper is, the motor is. So the black tape, it softens that up once you put the prongs in, that it's not that much clashing. But when you do with the earplugs in this, you should really hear your clipper be silent and not damaging it, because that's key as well. Like, I'm not trying to mess nobody's clippers up. This is just for those that really cannot stand that sound and you want to try it. Just give it a try and see how you like it. I guarantee you, honestly, this is the only way I'm using my masters. Just being honest. So we're going to get the black tape. Get that out the way. Going to get the black tape, and I only probably use about that much. I'll use about this much. I'm not sure how much this is, maybe like 2 inches, but only use that much. Get my scissors, cut that, and now I'm going to tweak this and cut more, but I'm just showing you how I do it. Let me get this out the way real quick. So basically, like I said, Tito Cuts also did it as well, but what I do is I cover the top first, and then I get the corners. And depending on what kind of black tape you got, some's like real sticky and some's not. This one is not that sticky, but I kind of just need it just because of the texture, the consistency. And this one, I can stretch it a little bit. So I try not to keep it, the black tape, I try not to put it all the way up here. I like to not see that while I'm cutting. So what I do is I put it right under that little nozzle. Whatever this little bump is, I like to put it, let me see. Wherever this bump is, I like to put the tape literally right there. And I try to hold it there. Sometimes it doesn't want to hold. Boom. And then I'll stretch it around the corner. And the reason why I do that is because it is for some reason this tape that I have is stretchable, and I feel like it holds it down better. And I stretch it around the corner. Boom. Now, those grooves, you get your thumb and go right into the grooves. Get your thumb, go right into the grooves. Boom. Because that's the main thing that you really want to protect. Now you have all this extra tape, and that's the tape I'm going to cut, because the main thing I cared about is getting the tape in the grooves and letting it stay. And then you have all of this extra right here. I do not keep all of this. I will cut that. Because like I said, this is not about damaging a clipper. It's just trying to keep it silent without messing up anything internally. And even this, then I will cut a slit right here, just so I can really bend it down so it doesn't really mess anything up. Like I said, I like to keep everything as is. I'm just trying to add a layer of this tape because it does help silence clipper. Alright, so now that I did that, it's time to put it on clipper. I know this looks crazy, but I promise you it works. So what I do is I take it from like this, and I try to make sure that when I press down lightly, it does just sink in, which it does, because if it doesn't automatically just sink in like that, that means you left too much. So now I close it, and you can't see anything. I closed it, it's good. When I let go, it does pop up, which is a good thing. You don't want it to be too much. You want it just right. So when you close it, keep your thumb on that, and then it's time to put the top steel blade on. I think so. Make sure they're both tight, and that's that. Yeah, I want to hear how it sounds. Here it goes. And that's open, and that's closed. You still got the power. You got everything that you want. And I'm telling you right here, right now. If you love the masters and you want them silent, this will work. So thank y'all for watching this video. I appreciate y'all. If y'all have any comments, if this is something that you're nervous to do and you want me to do it, reach out to me and I'll definitely try to accommodate you, giving you a price and everything like that. But I really felt like this is something I thought I could share with everybody. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. But we got them back, y'all. They silent. Be blessed, y'all. You have a good one. Alright, YouTube, so I know I just showed you guys how I silence the masters. I know you guys heard how they sound, but I promise you they sound different with, you know, other clippers. It did sound like they sounded real loud, so this is why I'm doing this video, or this part of the video. I have a decibel. However you rate the sound of something, I have that. So we're going to do a few of my clippers. Let's do my seniors. Let's hear how they sound and what they get up to. So they're at 80. Let's do my JRLs. They're at 63. Now, let's do the masters. I told you they got quieter. So let's see if they got any quieter than the seniors. Let me see, because I can't see. They're right at 75. They're quieter than these seniors that I have right here. And I promise you, when you hear this in the shop, it's not much of a difference. And that's the reason why I made this video, so you guys can really hear how they sound to other clippers. Because for some reason, I'm not sure why, when you just do one clipper, it sounds when you're just doing one clipper, it sounds like it's just crazy loud for no reason. So let me know what y'all think. Like I said, hit me up, and I'll try to help you out if you do not want to do this yourself. Take it easy.
What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Josh back with another haircut tutorial, and as you guys can see today we got a little wavy client. About to give him a nice bald fade, clean the beard up and line it up real good. Y'all about to see how we get down. And if you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed, please make sure you guys go down and smash that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on too, so you guys don't miss out on any new drops. So right after getting the hair combed out, I'm going to come in with my 1.5 guard with the lever all the way closed, going with the grain to knock off all the bulk that we don't need. And as I'm doing this, I'm paying attention to the way that his hair grows in different patterns, so I won't gap him or anything. You guys want to make sure you pay attention to the small details when cutting hair, because one mistake can cost the whole haircut. And as y'all can see, man, that 1.5 got the waves popping. It got the hair laying down real good. And if you guys notice, after a couple strokes, when I go over the head, I always come back with my brush. The brush, it kind of releases all the hair that's already cut out of the hair. So it kind of resets the hair to let you know what's still there and what's already been cut. As soon as I get the hair cut down to the height that I want it to, I'll go right into setting in my first guideline, which is the bald line. And like I said, we're going to be giving him a high fade, so I'm not going to be dropping it too low under the occipital bone. I'm going to keep it kind of level with it, you know, right in the middle. And we're going to be doing that. So after I have the guideline set in how I want all the way around, I come back with my trimmers and I just clean up all this extra hair, making sure that I get all the hair gone. You want to make sure you get like literally every piece of hair, because you want your haircut to be flawless. You can't leave anything behind. So this right here is something that I do that helps me when taking out that first guideline. After I'm done setting in that initial bald line, I come behind it and I kind of taper at it with my trimmers a little bit. It kind of breaks up that harsh guideline, making it easier for the clippers to take it out. But a big factor in this is making sure that your clippers are zero gapped, because it's all in the way that your system is balanced. So if your clippers are zero gapped, you have the capacity to be able to take out that guideline with the clippers itself. So using the trimmers, making it even easier, it just helps you out when taking out that first guideline. And right here I'm setting in that first guideline with no guard on, with the lever all the way open, with my caliber 50 cal BMG clippers going up about 1/2 inch. And I'm making sure that I'm keeping the width the same all the way around, because I want my fade to be balanced all the way around on every guideline. So right here I got the clipper with the lever, I think 1 notch from all the way closed, and I'm just kind of going to be starting up under that guideline, that bald line, and just flicking up to the bald line. And then once I kind of get it light how I want it and set it up for the kill, I close the clipper all the way closed, and it kind of just blends it out perfectly. It's just the way that I have these clippers set. They're zero gaps, so I got a good system in between the notches and how the blade cuts. And all you have to do is just understand your clippers, and you can really do some dangerous haircuts.
So usually when I'm taking out this guideline, I kind of do a lot of detail work. So you'll see me opening and closing my clipper a lot, depending on the area, because sometimes the hair doesn't react to the clippers how it should, and you have to adjust it to get it, you know, you gotta kind of get that detail work and do that corner blending technique. So right here we're going to be jumping right into the next guideline, which is the number 1 guard with the lever all the way open. And I'm going to go up about you know, a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Like I said, we're going to be doing a high ball fade. So right here is going to kind of be the area where I kind of stop going fading up. I'm going to start my fading down process after this guideline, but you know, let's break this guideline down. And you guys remember to make sure your width of your guidelines are the same all the way around the head. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we at in the haircut, I'm keeping everything balanced because I want my fade to be consistent all the way around and on both sides. So after going in with the number 1 guard all the way open, to fade out this guideline, I'm going to be dropping down to the number 1 guard closed. As you guys can see right now, I have the number 1 guard with the lever all the way closed. And I'm starting right up under the guideline and just flicking up halfway into the area that I went in with the number 1 guard open, because that's going to create a transition. So it's going to transition down from 1 guard open to 1 guard closed. Then I'm going to end it off with the half guard, and I'm going to go about halfway into the area that I did with the number 1 guard closed, and that should create my blend. And like I said, right here I have my half guard on. Usually when I start on my half guard, sometimes I close the lever halfway just to get an idea, because sometimes different people's hair react to the half guard differently, and sometimes when it's all the way closed it cuts too much. It just depends on how fine and thin the hair is, but usually I always end up closing it all the way, and I do like a lot of detail work. So now that we're done with that guideline, we're not going to be creating any more guidelines for the rest of this haircut. I'm just going to be fading down, starting right here with my number 2 guard with the lever all the way open. And the reason why I chose the number 2 guard all the way open is because on top we cut the hair down to a 1.5 closed with the grain. So when fading a ball fade into a 1.5 closed with the grain, you usually want to go with a number 3 guard or a number 2 guard open, just depending on the hair texture. And I felt like a number 2 guard open was going to be perfect for him, and it came out perfect. So I'm just going to be fading down from the number 2 guard, then from the number 2 guard open, then I'm going to drop down to the number 2 guard with the lever all the way closed, and just go right back behind every step that I did with the 2 guard open, but I don't go up as high. So basically I'm just creating a transition. So right here I'm going in with my number 1.5 guard. Like I said, we're fading down, so I walk down from the highest guard all the way down to the smallest until the fade is completely blended. Right here I have it with the number 1.5 guard all the way closed, and I'm just starting right up under the dark area and just flicking up to it. Basically the whole goal of down fading is coming behind the previous guard but not going up as high. So basically you're leaving the hair shorter and shorter and shorter as you fade down, which creates your fade. So that's why I follow my guards in a systematic step, because it helps make the haircut so simple. That's why I go from 2 guard open to 2 guard closed to 1.5 open to 1.5 closed to the 1 guard open, and it just blends the whole haircut together perfectly. So we're almost done with this fade. Right here I'm going in with the number 1 guard on with the lever all the way open, and I'm just trying to blend right up into that 1.5 area, because we've gotten to the bottom of the fading down process, and we're at the area now where we want to make the fade come all together and do all the detail work that we need to do. And you guys, to be honest, on some clients you might have to put in a little bit more time on getting certain lines out. Like right here on some textures of hair, it might fade right out, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just perfect, and sometimes you can follow the exact steps and there's like dark spots here, dark spots there, so you have to spend a lot of time really opening and closing the lever, you know, getting in certain positioning in some parts of the fade to make it blend, because some hair is just stubborn sometimes. Y'all see it, man, this fade is coming together nicely. I mean, look how smooth it is. We're not even done yet, but I mean, just really listen to what I'm saying, man. Y'all can learn something. So right here, I'm gonna be doing some more detail work. I'm going with the grain with the one guard open across the front of the hairline to help prep for the hairline, and also right on the edge of the fade so I can connect that side a little more. I don't like that dark heavy area right there, so I'm gonna do a little bit more detail work just to get that looking like how I want it. But other than that, man, we mostly done with this fade. So right here, what I'm doing is I have the babbless guards, and I'm going in with the number 2 guard with the lever all the way open. Then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna come back with the 1.5 guard with the lever open and close it. Basically, instead of using the wall number 2 guard, I'm using the babbless number 2 guard because I feel like the wall number 2 guard is kind of thicker. So I did that, and then I came back with the 1.5 babbless guard. That's the original 1.5 I used in the beginning, but it kind of just made the fade come out way smoother like I wanted it to. But y'all see the fade is looking good. Now we're gonna move into the beard. I'm gonna pick it out. We're gonna be knocking it down. Then we're gonna show y'all how to do a beard fade. So I'm knocking this beard down to a number 3 guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm just going to go with the grain. And when I go under the neck, I'm gonna go against the grain a little bit just because some of the hair grows in different directions. So when I'm doing my beard fade technique, it's kind of similar to when I'm doing my fading down technique. I start with no guard on, then I close it halfway to blend out that guideline. Then I pick up the biggest guard that I need at the bottom of the beard, and then I fade up towards the top of the beard by getting smaller guards, and it creates a fade. And if you guys notice, the smaller the guard, the higher I am in the beard, because that's the fading zone for that particular guard. So right here, I'm going to prep the hairline with some holding spray and come behind it with the blow dryer to get the hair to lay down and lock in where I need it to. And you guys, using my Babbless Low Pro FX trimmers with the gold FX blade on it, I'm going in and I'm setting in that fire lineup. I'm going to sit back and let you guys watch this lineup unfold the haircut. Sometimes when the hair acting funny, I got to grab the hair a little bit to get that pinpoint lineup that I need, because sometimes the hair acts stubborn and don't want to move, so I got to kind of keep the head more still. And y'all, we're keeping this lineup all natural. It's already coming out clean. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. So right here, we're going to be jumping into the beard line, and this is going to be super satisfying to watch how clean these lines came out and how uniform it made it look all the way around. So we got my guy all lined up from the hairline all the way to the beard. You know, I had to come behind it with that razor to make sure it's sharp to a T, man. We need it smooth all the way to the skin. Like I said, all natural cut, man. The fade came out crazy. We got the waves popping on top. But I let y'all see the before and after at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I really hope you learned something. And I love giving y'all these videos and giving out some free game and some entertainment to some people. Make sure y'all leave a thumbs up too, man. Leave some comments on the video. Y'all know we had to get my boy right. He came in and said, y'all, I need this beard chopped down, and I need the crispiest fade you ever did. Y'all know he came to the right spot. Check him out. Y'all know I got my dog turned up, man. Fade crispy, line crispy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this haircut, and make sure if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, you subscribe and you turn that notification bell on. Leave a thumbs up on this video too for the algorithm so I can keep growing. And you can follow me on Instagram at JoshXBarber like you see on the top of the video. Peace. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Josh, and I'm here back with another tutorial. But before we hop into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Let's get it. So in this haircut, we're going to be cutting his hair all the way off, all the way down to an even haircut. We're going to be giving him a taper. So right here, I'm just picking his hair out, getting ready to cut it down. So right here is the big moment where we're cutting his hair all the way off. He did not want to do this. His mom made him do it. She requested me to do it, so we had to. And the reason why I called this video part 2 is because if you guys watched my video when I cut the little guy's freeform dreads off, that video got over 1 million views. I'm truly blessed and thankful for all the support that you guys showed me on that video. That's why I called this a part 2, because the same exact thing happened. We had to cut his hair all the way off, just like the mom wanted him to. So right after I do my first initial cut down, I always go back and I comb throughout the hair, because the hair wasn't cut evenly. It's never cut evenly. Once you do it one time, you have to do it more than once. And you want to make sure after every time you cut, you want to come back and comb, because it'll lift up any hair that you didn't cut or that didn't get caught into the guard. So in this haircut, we're going to be cutting his hair down to a 1.5, and as you guys can see, I'm just walking my way down with my guards. I started with my number 2 guard because I never cut his hair down this low before, so I wanted to find his pattern. So once the number 2 guard showed me his pattern, I went down to my number 1.5. So right after I get the hair cut down to the height that I want it to be cut to, I go in with my brush and I do a slight brush session, and I just lay the hair down and get it to lay down in the natural pattern that it grows. And also with me laying the hair down with my brush, it'll make my fade much smoother because all the hairs are laid down flat. So to start this taper off, we're going to be setting in my bald line with my trimmers. And right after we set in that guideline, we're going to go in with my cordless wall seniors with the lever all the way open, going up about a 1/2 inch. And as soon as we get that guideline in, we're going to close the clipper halfway, and then we're going to go in and flick under the line and up to the line and get that line out. So right after that guideline, I'm going to go in with my number 1 guard with the lever all the way open, going up about another 1/2 inch. And right here, I'm going to be doing my fading down technique. After I go in with it open, I'm going to close my number 1 guard and just start under that line and flick up to it, and just lightly blend that line out as we're walking down until we get to the area where we blend this line completely out. So to finish off this guideline, I'm going to go in with my 1/2 guard, and I'm going to start under the line and flick up to the line, blending this line out. So to finish off this side taper, I'm going to go in with my number 2 guard, and I'm going to be fading down from this point on. Starting with my number 2 guard, I have it all the way closed. And once I go in and clear out some of that bulk, I'm going to drop down to my number 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open. And then once I blend that out good enough, I'm going to drop it down to a number 1.5 guard closed. So now that we went through our entire fading process on the side taper, I'm going to come back with my number 1 guard and just do some detail work, hitting all the dark areas and making sure that I get every hair blended as best as I can. Going a little more in depth with the detail, I took off my guard and I went in and did some raking techniques, and I did my corner blending technique on the side to make sure that I got this taper looking as best as I can. So now that we finished the side taper, I'm going to be doing a neck taper. The neck taper consists of the same exact steps. We just have a wider area to blend in. So basically we're doing the same thing that we did on the side taper. We just have a wider area to blend in, which means that we're going to have a longer guideline, and that's the only difference. So right after setting in my bald line, I'm going to go in with my cordless seniors with the lever all the way open with no guard on, going up about a ½ inch, setting in my next guideline. So right after setting in that guideline, I go in with the same clipper, still with no guard on. I just closed the lever halfway and I started under the line and I flicked up to the line, blending out this line. So right here I'm going to go in with my number 1 guard with the lever all the way closed. On the side taper, I started with the lever all the way open. That's the only difference. I'm just starting shorter because I have a longer area to blend in, and I usually do that on my neck tapers. So right after setting in that guideline, I'm going to go in with my half guard and I'm going to start under the line and flick up to the line to blend that line out, and then we're going to move up in our fade. So exactly like we did on the side taper, I'm starting with my number 2 guard and I'm going to be fading down the rest of the way to make this blend come to life. So right after I'm done with my number 2 guard, I'm going to drop down to my number 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open, starting under the line and flicking up to the guideline that we're taking out. And I'm going to be dropping down lower as far as in terms of me fading up. I'm not going to be going up as high the lower I go in my guards. So right after I soften the line up with the lever all the way open, still with my number 1.5 guard, I just close the lever all the way and I'm just hitting that same guideline that we're taking out, softening it every time we go lower in guards. Every time we drop down lower in the guard, you're going to see this line get lighter and lighter until it's blended out. So as you guys know, I didn't use my number 1 guard all the way open. This is the area that we're going to be using it in. Right here, I'm just going to be blending right into that number 1.5 area, and this is going to make sure that I get this line out completely. It's still going to take a little bit more detail work. I'm going to be opening and closing the lever, just getting this line to blend how I want it to. This haircut is coming out very nice. What's crazy is that, I mean, like, he really did not want this haircut at all. Like, even at the end of the haircut, I asked him did he like it. He told me he did not like it. I mean, it's just something about those kids with that hair. They love to keep their hair, so it just crushed his dreams. Prepping his line up, I'm going to be spraying it with some holding spray. Then I'm going to come back with my blow dryer and my brush, and I'm going to brush it down, getting the hair to lay down on the skin so I can get the crispiest lineup I can get. And as you guys can see, this lineup is coming out crispy. I'm using my gold Babyliss trimmers for this, and I'm just going to sit back and let you guys watch this lineup come to life. You guys, my bad about this angle. I know I was all up in the camera. I bet you guys was like, man, he all up in the camera, I can't even see. But you guys, you know what I'm saying, check out this neckline up. Nothing but crispiness. You guys check out my guy before his mom said cut it all off. He was super mad. I ain't even gonna lie. He did not talk to me the whole haircut. But we got my guy right. Even though if he didn't like it or not, it's crispy. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss out on any future videos. It's your boy Josh. Follow me on Instagram at JoshXBarber, as you guys see on the top of this video, and I'm out.
Somebody below you helped you get where you are. I remember years ago when Curtis and I always had like a love-hate, because Curtis, I told Kevin Curtis the other day at the airport, I said, Curtis, you remind me of Dame Dash. And Dame Dash is, you know, he's harsh. But Dame, he loves hard. Curtis loves hard. He'll tell you to jump in the lake, but he loves you. You got to understand that about Curtis. But Curtis gave me an award, one of the first awards I received as a barber, Entrepreneur of the Year, at a round table at the Warner Brothers. And he always seemed to be able to open doors for barbers. So in other words, you can't reap something and not sow it back into the land. If you don't plant, there's no harvest. If you don't take what you got and plant it and give it out, you won't have a legacy. Your children should know what you've done. And so hopefully this whole weekend has been an opportunity to document who you are and what you do, so that your children and your children's children can look back and say, Daddy, Grandma, Grandpa did this. Because this is what it's all about. Family, brotherhood, sisterhood. And I know if we continue to do what we do, whether it's one customer, whether it's inside the studio, whether it's inside the salon suite, whether it's inside the barbershop, whether it's inside the school, wherever we decide to exercise our talents, we cannot forget our brothers and sisters in this industry. God bless you. I love you all. Continue to do what you do. Continue to be faithful in what you do. And let's make some more money. Let's do it right.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 Cut Commandments, boy. What's up, world? You're now tuned in to Barber World TV, the podcast. I'm your host, Kamal Nuru, a.k.a. Zoe Mega Millions, the blade to your fade, the ends to your bands, and the cheers to your shears. My special guest today is Mr. Dante Stevenson, a.k.a. Dante Financials. What's up, brother?
Man, what's going on? I'm glad I'm finally able to make it here, man.
No
Listen, it's a pleasure to be here. You know, I'm in the seat for the legend Saturn, and I'm sitting with a legend. So it's great, man.
If you're not a legend yet, we're gonna get you to legendary status. The barber community can help get you there.
Man, listen, I'm not a legend yet. I'm not a legend yet. I got a long way to go. I'm still taking baby steps, man. I'm still taking baby steps to get there.
So tell our audience where you're from.
Originally, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
Brownsville.
Brownsville is hard.
Yeah, it is hard. So it's hard, but you know, you get used to it. I look at it. Brownsville kind of shaped me to be, I guess, the person I am today. And from living in Brownsville, I live quite a couple places throughout the city, but I guess I want to say my second home is LES, Lower East Side.
Okay, that's all good. You coming out of flavorful areas.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, it is what it is. You just gotta make it do what it do. So
no doubt. So Dante is a little bit different. I think part of his name is self-explanatory. Dante Financial. Tell us, what brought you to the barber community.
What brought me to the barber community? First off, I was a custodian for 14 plus years for the New York City Board of Education.
Okay.
3 days, in April 2015, I was in a car accident.
Wow.
Yeah, drunk driver who had just got out 2 days before for drunk driving.
The system is broken.
Yo, they seem like they let the bad guys run free, but then the good people they didn't want to kill or lock them up. But that's a different story. But after that car accident, I had a 6 herniated disc for my back to my neck. So I was at a dilemma. Do I still want to be a custodian, or do I or do I want to do something different?
What year was this about?
2015.
So
yeah.
that wasn't that long ago.
No, April 2015. And you know what's funny, because what sparked the interest also was I was watching a Breakfast Club interview with Dame Dash.
Infamous.
Yeah, and that right there, because I always knew I wanted to be great, and I always knew I wanted to help people. But I didn't know. I figured by me being in the school systems, being a mentor to a lot of the kids, I figured like, yeah, you know, this could be my goal. But then I look at it like, for me I have 2 kids, one on the way at the time. So I was like, all right, the money's good, but I'm killing myself. Do I want to be like other custodians? Yeah, do I want to be like other custodians? I still want to hold my kids, run with them. And I was on, I had 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters and then one on the way, another daughter. So I'm like, I need to keep up with these young dudes because I'm gonna have to put hands on them. So I'm like, yo, do I want to be my body down, or So I was like, you know what? Let me exit while I got the chance. So I started looking like, what can I do? I didn't go to college, finish high school, so my options was kind of limited. So I started looking through like loan offices. Then I came across New York Life. They said that they was hiring financial service professionals and life insurance. I'm like, you know what? Let me try. So is
that the one with the Snoopy logo? Is that New York Life?
I think that's MetLife.
Oh, that's MetLife, right?
Yeah,
right,
MetLife,
okay,
MetLife.
Okay.
Yeah, but I had an interview with MetLife, Prudential, and New York Life, all at the same time. So I decided who I started looking, bringing my options. New York Life said something that you would get a stipend every month. So I'm like, you get a stipend every month?
For the training?
Yeah, so I'm like, so let's go there. And the vibe felt good. But after you get on New York Life, you give it the company, it's not what it say, what it say to be the training. There wasn't no paid training. It was paid training based off performance.
Performance, okay.
Learned that out after. This is coming. So much I learned from the transition from being a worker to a business owner, self-employed person. That was the first step.
Right.
First step was don't always listen to what they say because, it's corporate.
Right.
So it's corporate. So I didn't know how corporate runs. I didn't know how the city runs because I'm a city worker. I was a city worker.
Fine print. Read the fine print.
You think you just sign like, yeah, man, because your manager tell you, you good. Like, all right, so you know what? And I consult with my wife about it. She's like, let's go there. They're giving a guarantee. Every month, depending on if you have a bad month or not, you're gonna get this. Right. That was what I was taught. So I chose New York Life.
Okay.
And coming into the financial industry, they tell you that you need to work with people that you can relate to, because in the financial industry, whether it's life insurance, investments, a lot of the business are people who you can relate to, people who you have relations with.
Right.
So I'm like, I know custodians. My wife is a nurse. I know some nurses. I don't know too many doctors or lawyers coming from Brownsville and Lower East Side. So I'm like, and it has to be legal money. So I'm like, yo. So I'm like, who can I talk? Who could be my third market? Because they say you got to come in 3 markets. You know what? Every time I go to a barber, he tell me his life story.
Yeah.
So I chose the barber route. Man, listen, you know what? With barbers, I love them. I love them because you know what? They are unique, and y'all are unique individuals. As I learned through this process, barbers are not like everybody else.
Nope. We are of the community, for sure.
Definitely, but here's the funny thing: a lot of barbers don't realize that. A lot of barbers don't look at you are the community. A lot of barbers just look at this as this is a hustle.
They use that terminology, that bothers me. I don't think it's a hustle. You can be a hustler in the barber.
Yes.
As a barber, you can be a hustler, which means that, you know, you get the job done, you get in there, you get to work on time, you work a little harder than everyone else. And you use all your attributes to bring you that money. But it's not a hustle. It's a licensed profession.
Say it again.
A licensed profession.
And you know what I like? That Curtis Smith said. That's my guy, Curtis.
Shout out to Curtis.
Yes, man. Listen, through this journey, before I even tell you the story and go back to how I became, how I got back to the barber industry, just where I'm at now to where I was at 3 years ago, the individuals that I had a chance to meet, sit down with, let them do my beard, who I had a chance to conversate with.
Right.
It's amazing. It's amazing because a lot of your favorite celebrities, basketball players, government officials, I sat and talked with. I sat and had a conversation with. They know who I am. So for me to be this dude out of left field coming talking about life insurance retirement, I sat with the best of the best.
Right.
And to me, it's a blessing. Like the feeling, it's kind of like having I'm not gonna say it's really on that level, but it's close to the fact that it's close to, like, you know how you have your kid and you that new feeling.
Right.
It's just the fact that I sat with individuals that's role models to millions of individuals, of kids, adults. And for me to say I sat with an individual like yourself that cut legends, like, it's like that feeling nobody could take away.
Right.
It's an amazing feeling.
It's invigorating when you meet good people.
Man, good people, bad people, people's people, but it's definitely a great feeling to be talking to and meet and greet people. But going back to New York life, now what happened with that? How I jumped into that? Like I said, I picked 3 markets, and the reason why the barber market stuck out more because it was a bigger need.
Yeah,
it was a bigger need rather than the custodians and the nurses. And even though they have benefits, here's the thing with corporate or any of these agencies. They don't give you the right benefits. You might get good health insurance, but you might have a bad life insurance.
Right.
You might have bad life insurance, but you might have great retirement.
Right.
It's never they give you great all across the board.
Right. Is that expecting too much?
Yeah. I mean,
you gotta do something on your own.
I'm like you would think, like, you talk to anybody that have a job, a city worker. Oh, I got benefits. All right, cool.
They always talking about their pension.
Yeah, the pension is good, but here's the thing: you still get taxed. You could do your 20 years, and they still gonna tax you before the retirement age. So you might think that you're doing great, but they still gonna take that 33 and a quarter or 33 and a third %.
So tell me what is it that you're doing to help barbers?
Structure and respect.
Okay, what do you see that the barbers are lacking?
Structure and respect.
Like, give me some details.
Details? What they lacking? For me, traveling all across, I could say the world before it was just East Coast because I'm partner with Major League Barbers, so I'm everywhere now. So
shout out to Nori and Major League Barbers.
Oh man, Nori, man, listen,
my brother.
Man, that event he had the other day was amazing. That's one of the best barber events I've been to since I've been in this industry because you felt the love in the building.
Right.
But what I'm want to bring to the barbers, the awareness that, yes, it's a cash business. Yes, a lot of barbers claim 30, 40, 50,000 on taxes. I said, but that's not what you're really making. That's not what you're really making. Because for me, going all across from shows to shops to schools, excuse me, I had a chance to look at, talk to barbers, how much they charge. I really kind of had an idea of the price scale.
Right.
So going off of this, just going from like I said, shop to shop and just getting a price scale. I put together a salary breakdown.
Okay.
Of the funds that barbers, it's not, for one, they not calculating their income, and two, this is what they not realizing what they're making a year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start off with a week. 50. Let's say you a barber, you charge $25 a haircut, and you cut 50 people a week, 50 male heads.
Right.
That's $12.50. Then let's say you have 25 students. Student could be anywhere from pre-K to college. So let's just say that's $20 a cut and you do 25. That's 500 beard service. Let's say you do 25 beard services a week at $15.
Well, usually some shops do, but on average, the price is all built into one. We won't usually add up beard services. Usually, I know some shops, maybe the upscale shops, will separate and say a cut and a beard, but most shops, let's just say the average price for a service for an adult male these days is between $20 and $25 because we don't usually separate the beard, only in certain shops. The majority, it's built into the price.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying from what I had experienced, like I guess people were really trying to break down everything. I guess this is the new way where people.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, maybe you spoke to some of the guys that's high on the food chain, but to me, like a barber might do 50 to 60 cuts, no matter a mixture, 50 to 60 cuts a week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be like 50 adults and another 20 teenagers, and then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a good day is anywhere from like 5 to 10 haircuts. You might get from 10 to 15 on the weekend. Maybe the barbers that are more in there might do 20. You know, the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is going to be your busier days, but you might cut 5 heads on a Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, we're talking averages here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I was just going on average, just a breakdown, a breakdown on the income that they not realize what that they're making.
Right. Well, you also got to factor in if they do chair rental. So if they made $1,200 and their chair rental is $300 or $250, you got to subtract that.
Nah, but I'm telling you, cash, being that you spend more than when you bring in,
right?
Then let's just say most people have 100 clients a week. Like I said, because you probably could bust 3 people out in an hour. Some barbers, depending on the service.
I'm telling you, averages. It's going to be 1 person per hour. Some guys, that's just if you have it. Now, somebody whose flow is crazy, they might do 2 people an hour. But that's not the norm. I'm telling you the norm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those people that you might have been talking about might have been selling you wolf tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Not even something because I spend a lot of time at different shops.
Yeah,
so.
But the average, you ain't doing 3 haircuts an hour. That is not the average.
I never say that. I'm just saying not haircuts. I'm just saying service. It could be
services. You ain't doing 3 services an hour. You know, no.
I'm just going off from what I have saw.
Well, let me tell you, I've been in the industry since like 1988.
All right.
As a barber and as a multiple shop owner. You know what I mean? And those numbers are maybe for the exceptional barber. That's not the average. I'm
based off of, I'm just saying give or take. Like I said, let's say you have 100 clients a week.
Right.
100 clients. This is what it breaks down to. 100 clients a week.
Okay.
50 here, 25 there, 25 there.
Right.
But now you add the tip money. Let's just say everybody gave you $5 tips. That's $500.
Everybody don't give you tips.
Average out. I'm not saying everybody.
The average tip is not $5. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let you finish with your numbers. But I'm just saying the numbers are inflated. So bring those numbers down. From what I'm hearing, the numbers are inflated. So whatever your total is, bring that down to half. That's more realistic. It ain't 50. It ain't 100 clients a week. Let's say 50 clients a week.
But now, are we talking about regular barbers or barbers that's professional?
Even professional regular barber. Now, ain't nobody cutting 100 heads a week unless you exceptional. You know what I'm saying? The average barber is not cutting 100 heads a week. Think about the hours in a day. An average barber, let's say he works 10 hours a day. That's a barber that works a full day. It's a 10-hour day most of the time. And let's say he would have to be booked up damn near most of the day to cut 10 people in 10 hours. You know what I mean? That is not the average. Now, those numbers could get to that on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
I know those are the slow days.
Nah, yeah. So, but if you did 10, 15, 2 of those days, say you did 30 Friday, 15 Friday and Saturday, that's 30. Even say that's 45 if you did it all 3 days. But those other days, you might do 2, you might do 5, you might do 6. So the average is nowhere near 100. You know what I'm saying? You might be in the 50 to 75. There ain't gonna be no 100.
I'm just going. I'm just going off individuals that I saw and also my clients that I have.
Right. Okay.
So this is going off of. This is not going off for every barber. I'm just on the average of the people that I came in contact with.
Okay, so let's go through the numbers.
All right. So on a total week, just cash off of those numbers I said, it's about 2,600. It might seem high. But this
Barbers
is why
is not making that kind of money. Let me tell you.
this is the breakdown. I gotta remember everything is cash. We're not talking about after they pay their bills.
$2,600 a week. They're not totaling $2,600 a week.
This is what
the top barbers is totaling, like, unless you charge $50 a haircut, the top barbers might be totaling for the week $1,200 to $1,500. That's the top barbers. The average barber will probably be totaling $700.
Now is
to 1,000.
Is that after they
No, I said totaling. I didn't say after they rent. I ain't say after they rent and nothing. I'm telling you the real numbers. I don't know who you talking to, but I've been doing this a long time, and I know what barbers make. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know where they cutting in California somewhere, but I know barbers could attest to this. You might want to toot your chest out and say, I'm taking $2,600. That is nowhere near the average.
Okay.
You might be a celebrity barber if you making $2,600. If you making $2,600 a week, why would the owner charge you $200 for the chair? That don't make no sense.
See, a lot of barbers I speak to, either the chair, either they owners, or they.
I've been the owner.
I know.
I never made $2,600 in 1 week cutting hair.
Let me ask you this.
Including the tips. Including selling T-shirts on the side or whatever.
Let me ask you this. Do you so you keep up with your money? You keep up with your clientele?
Yeah. I used to do it manually.
Yeah.
I used to do appointments, and I put how much that person paid and plus the tip. You know what I mean? Of course I used to do that, But even those people who might come in initially and they're going to rent, and I put them on commission 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Until they're ready to rent. You know what I'm saying? I know what the numbers are, and I know which shops do better than what is better, and I have great locations for my shops. And these dudes ain't making no $2,600. I don't know where them dudes is making $2,600, but I need to go open a shop over there. We're in New York. Yes, there's a lot of barbershops, but things are known to be expensive here. So it's not like we cutting $10 haircuts. You know what I mean? Trust me.
I know, but like I said, this is just a breakdown of what I came across.
Okay.
What I came across. I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
Right.
Because you were owner of 7, 8, 11 shops. But of what I came across and what individuals tell me and what I have saw, this is kind of, I'm not saying this is full 100% accurate because everybody's different. Every situation is different. I'm going off of what I have came across, my clientele, and the individuals I speak to on a regular.
Okay.
This is what they tell me. This is what I saw off their books.
Okay.
But a lot of individuals might not count it. Okay. Reason why? Just they don't look at this like they don't look at it like they making a lot of money.
Barbers make good money.
Now let me ask you this: would you say, do you feel a lot of barbers make $100,000?
I think that the top barbers could make 100,000. They could, but I think the average barber maybe makes between 30, 25 to 50. The average barber.
Now is that just okay? Now, from what you're saying, is that that's where everything with tips and everything, or that's just what they put?
Yeah, I'm including tips. I'm not. Some people don't get a tip. Not everybody tips. The great guys. Not most people don't tip $10. The average tip is going to be between $2 and $5. You got some exceptional people that's going to do 10, and ultra exceptional people that might do over 10. But on average, let's say the average, so to average out those who don't tip and who did tip, let's say $5.
Okay. And that's where the average of $5 come from. When I said before, if it wasn't, because I know everybody don't tip, and you might got some people that might, depending on the person, might give you a $20 tip.
Right.
So it averaged out. Now off haircuts for the year, I'm gonna say in 50 weeks, about 62,000.
Okay, that's cool. I think guys could do that.
Guys are doing
it. Yeah. I mean,
guys are doing
that's
it.
more realistic.
But that's just haircuts. Because I know guys that's doing this. I know guys done told me, yo, bro, I done made almost, I made 99,000 off haircuts, or 97,000 off haircuts.
Right.
Now I asked you, does that include tips? Nah, I don't count my tip money.
Right. And where you meeting these guys at the hair shows?
The hair shows, I'm going shop to shop.
Right. Okay.
I know certain shops don't do, certain guys may not do that type of numbers.
Right.
So this is not for everybody. These numbers are not for everybody. These are for the guys that have who chair spins on a regular.
Right. But I mean, the guy who's just an average barber, he needs the help too.
He do need that, but I'm not focusing on it. I'm going the numbers.
The numbers you're going off is barbers that's doing numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you helping these barbers do with the finances?
I have this system. It's called the DF system.
The
DF Dante
system.
Yeah, Dante Financial System.
Okay.
It's pretty much taking your first haircut of the day and putting it away.
Okay.
And now I just
that's what a lot of old school barbers suggested.
For one haircut a day?
Yeah, one haircut a day. Put it away.
Oh, see, a lot of barbers I spoke to before I mentioned this say what? For what away?
It's a different era though. I think barbers from the past were good with their money. And barbers from the past went to school to learn how to cut hair, and you wanted to be a barber. These days, a lot of barbers, you've seen the multitude of shops. And I mean, back in the days when I was young and had to get a haircut, it was an all-day event. Now there's a barbershop on every block, which means that everybody wants to be a barber now because they don't have to go to school. There's nobody checking to make sure they're a barber. And if you do go to school, and it depends in the area, some states you have to go to school. But there's so many pocket holes where people just, I'm a barber, and start in their house and then get in the shop, that you have all these people that didn't learn. Part of your course in barber school is the business of barbering. So if you knock out half the barbers who never went to school and don't have a license, they don't know the business of barber. They just hair cutters. And there's a difference between a barber and a hair cutter. You know what I mean? So those are the people that never heard of put one haircut away a day.
Matter of fact, this salary breakdown is for, I forgot to mention, when I had mentioned Curtis, it's for the image consultants.
Okay, well, that's different.
This is for the image consultants.
Okay.
Because barbers are just more than just a dude that cut hair.
Yeah, but they don't know that. And you're not more than that if that's all you do.
But I'm going to say every barber is some type of mentor, therapist.
Could be, yes.
Big brother, uncle, cousin. Like, they play a role.
I agree.
And they play a huge role with our community. And not just here in the inner city, talking about all over.
Right.
Barbers are the community.
Yes.
Barbers are the community, point blank, period.
I mean, what goes on in the community is reflected in the barbershop.
Yeah. And so with that being said, so why is it in the barbershop we talk about everything and its mother except for finance? The only time we talk about finance is either somebody owe me money or bet now Bitcoin.
Or if somebody financial is in the shop. Someone that with knowledge is in the shop.
Yeah.
We'll have that conversation.
But how often do the barbers they hear them, but are they listening? No.
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, you know, it's a lot of banter that goes on in the barbershop.
I know, man. Listen, I know I spent a good enough time before me coming in as a professional and me being in here as a professional financial service.
So the Dante financial system is to save one haircut a day. And now, so what's going to happen with that one haircut?
That one haircut.
The money from that one haircut.
That one haircut is, I have launched a website, just adding the finishing touches. Now the website is going to allow barbers to put that one haircut. And with that one haircut, if they have a bank account, I'm going to take the money from, well, not me, but the company. Yeah, you could say me. I'm going to withdraw the money from the bank account and hold it to the end of the month. Because if you try to put, if you try to tell a barber to save X amount of dollars a month, it's not going to happen. Most barbers can't save because the quicker they get it, the quicker they're going to spend it.
I know barbers that don't even have a bank account.
I know them too, but they might not have a bank account, but they have a PayPal. Some of them.
Some do, yeah.
Some.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
But you have to have a bank account to have a PayPal or a PayPal card.
Yeah, but here's the flip side. Some barbers might not think like, oh, let me get I got a PayPal. Okay. But not knowing that you still need a bank account.
Right. Okay, so you have a website where
they can sign
you're
up.
They'll sign up and give you access to their checking account.
Yes.
So how will you know if you're taking one haircut, or is it a set price you're going to take each day?
I'm a set price.
Okay. What's that set price?
The set price is including transaction fees, $27.
$27.
Yeah, and that's
how much of that is the haircut money? 25?
25.
Okay, I understand.
15 is going to go into a Roth IRA. Mm-hmm. 5 is going to go into a 412 E3 defined comp benefit plan, which is a tax-free retirement bucket for them. And the other 5 is going to go into life insurance. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of it's giving you what you need.
Well, what kind of life insurance would it be?
Term
life.
About 20 years, depending on the age and the bill, because they're gonna have the ability, because in the finishing process of adding link. So let's say you're a barber that's 35 years old and you come back healthy, you might be able to get $1.5-2 million.
Mm-hmm.
Because
of insurance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, they have term life policies that's like $100 a month. Yeah. Well, I would say you're doing this for the barbers who they're not gonna do this on their own.
No.
You know what I mean? You making it an easy vehicle for them to have the fortitude to, that don't have the fortitude to do these things, but can afford to do these things, and you're just doing all the legwork for them.
Yes.
That's good. That's well, so how would devil's advocate? I don't know him. I don't want to give somebody access to my account. How do you deal with that? What's your response to that?
You don't want, all right. If you don't want to, it's not my loss. Like, no disrespect, you got to look at it. This is not about you anymore. Mm-hmm. If you got a family, you got a wife and 3 kids, this is about your family. It's no longer about you. Same thing once you have kids. It's no longer about you. It's about the kids. By buying your kids Nikes, Jordans, True Religion, that's not helping your kids.
Right.
That's helping you look good, to make sure to let the world know that you take care of your kids, or you dress them nice. If you really want to take care of your kids, have the proper insurance. You can have the proper insurance for a cell phone. You can have the proper insurance for a car note. I mean, for car insurance, for even renters insurance or home insurance. But why not about your life?
Right. And what about those barbers that might want to put more? Is there
they could
opportunity to put more?
Yes.
Like how that will be all worked out on the website?
Either on the website, or depending on what they're trying to do, they could just reach me, because it's going to have all my information directly. So if they want to put more, then we talk and see what makes sense for them. Because before, when I was trying to go one-on-one, it's working, but it's not reaching everybody. Right. I can't be in 52 states trying to, I can't be at everywhere at one time. So I figured, let's do the website and let's try to do it like this. Right. The reason why this is coming about now, because corporate America, of course, don't want this to happen. They have structure, they have a system in place. It's been working forever, so let's just rock with it. And plus, corporate don't like the beauty industry. Corporate don't like the beauty industry.
Why? Because they feel like they can't tax them or something? Why do you say that?
Because most individuals in this industry are irresponsible.
Well, I wouldn't say that the people in this industry are irresponsible.
I said most. I didn't say
No. Period. I'm not defending it in that way. What I'm saying is that I think most individuals are irresponsible, but everyone else works in a system that does all the work for them, and they still pay for it. Like someone who works on a job that get medical, dental, retirement, 401k. It's not that they're responsible. It's that their job provides all these things and takes it out their money in advance. They still do all the work for them. So it doesn't make them more responsible. It just makes independent people have to be responsible.
Matter of fact, let's do one even better. Let's X that out, that equation out.
Okay.
You know how many people that has jobs still get more life insurance or another retirement plan?
Yeah, some people, but not money.
But for the most part, I can't tell you the particular number, but for the most part, people that have jobs, they get it, and a lot of them do get other life insurance policies, and they do keep it. But from the numbers that I have seen, and from my personal experience, when I was working in New York Life, I was in New York Life for 2 years, about 2+ years. And the turnaround, because barbers tend to think, I can't even say barbers, but I'm African Americans rather choose cable over life insurance
because they don't
see the value.
See, but it's all about education. You understand? Now, if they were educated about how important it is, I mean, even down through their parents, if they were educated, then they would understand these things. You know what I mean? And even those who have jobs and might get it on their own, that could be because when it's given through your job, it's not that much.
Yeah, and you get it through your job, it's not guaranteed they're going to pay out.
Right, and it's not that much. You know what I'm saying? And then they might have been introduced to it through their job by saying, hey, what is this coming out on my check? You know what I mean? So, but I do understand,
I'm telling
all those things I have in place. I've had them in place since I started my business in 1996. But I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your average guy. I don't think like the average guy. So all these things I had in place, even a 529 plan for my kids. That's my daughter's going to school. I use it my son. So, and I tried to educate my barbers. And you could even give them the information.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't get them to do it. You know what I mean? And I would even give numbers to the people who helped me out. You know what I mean? The people in those industries who helped me set up my things and say, hey, you need this, you need that. Of course, I want to share the information. But what you're doing is great. I mean, for those who don't want or who are afraid or who are not organized enough to do it on their own, they could just now. What insurance company which companies are you using?
First
to fulfill these things.
Before I answer that, I left New York Life last November.
Okay.
It's going on a year.
All right.
Went independent.
Okay.
Because the reason why I went independent, one from every day having to, or every other day having to go back and forth with management. Oh, why don't you find a new market? The barbers, they working, but you could do better. Go find doctors or lawyers, Throwing hints, saying stuff like that. You might need to change your market, because it's all about, in corporate, it's all about numbers. It's all about performance.
But the barbershop industry is the numbers. Now,
It
converting
is.
them over may be a different challenge.
That's
but
what it is.
The numbers are real.
That's what it is. But with me, I'm gonna say July 2016. I was at the Universal Barber Show. I had a table last minute. I seen the flyer, make the calls, got a table. After being at that event, I didn't get one client, but I said I made a vow that I'm married to this industry.
Right.
Nobody's in this industry. I seen there was no other financial tables. no other financial guys there.
Right.
I said, you know what? This is home. This is home. This is what I was born to do.
Yeah.
This is where I need to be.
Yeah.
So
And the need is there, and the market is wide open.
And from there,
so they don't see the potential, but you do.
Yes. So from there, I did the exotic events in Newark. Then once I went to IBS, and I had a chance to talk to DL. That's when I met Sepho from Scissor Salute. Pretty much, man, I can name a lot of dudes there that I met and that I'm cool with now. They do because they seen the consistency of me being show after show after show after show after show.
So what is your setup like at the show? What's your presentation at the show?
Most shows before, I just go to the network.
Okay.
Because I find that when I had a booth at the shows, life insurance. Nah, I don't want to look. When they turn out away, they turn out the cheek. They like, yo.
Yeah.
Nah, man, listen, I gotta go. So I'm like, I just go there and network. And depending on the show and depending on who's going to be there, I normally already strategize who I'm going to sit down with or who I'm going to attack. I don't want to say attack like that. Approach, yeah. Who I'm going to approach. So I already have a game plan. Every show I have a game plan on who I'm going to talk to or who I need to talk to. Because at every show, there's always at least 3 influential people there in the industry.
Right.
If I don't talk to all 3, I'm talking to 2.
Right.
I'm not leaving to, like I said, I'm not talking to 1, I'm talking to 2. That's my goal. That's my mindset. Because I didn't come here to be popular. I didn't come here to be buddy. That's cool and all. I came here to change the mindsets of barbers. The reason why I want to change the mindsets of barbers, because about, I'm not going to say the number, but it's a very high number of people that live below poverty. That don't even have or don't know what a network is. A network consists of $6,000 in your bank account or a life insurance policy. And I feel that barbers are matter of fact, barbers are role models. Are your everyday role model. You know, you got Jay-Z, you got Diddy, you got
right, but we get in your ear once a week.
Once a week.
We got a 30 minutes to an hour to
forget the 30 minutes to an hour.
Influence you every week or every other week.
Nah, forget that. Let's just talk about the barbershop talk.
Yeah.
The barbershop talk plays a key role in our community, especially with the youth. They pick up on things and like, most kids that's from most kids' first role models, if it's not their dad, it's their barber. Because how cool he is, the way he talk, his swag.
And moms definitely, I've seen moms bring their sons who don't have a father in their life to the barbershop and felt that was very important so they could see what a male role model looks like, or they could be around the male energy.
And I was one of those, come from a single mother. So I seen how important the barber played in the community. Like, because to us, like I said, you you are the closest thing to a Jay-Z or a Diddy that most people will ever meet.
Someone that worked hard in something they could aspire to be, a business owner.
Yeah, but the fact that most barbers don't feel like they business owners. They just still feel like that this is a trap, like this is a hustle. It's all
we got a lot of work to do. That's probably what this show is about. And it's not, there's enough shows with designs and enough shows of people with doing tricks and putting up 1 million haircuts a day. But there's a other side of the barber industry that makes you a barber. And that's the type of people I'm trying to have on the show to teach the other thing. That's why there's no haircuts going on here. We're not talking per se about a haircut, a hairstyle, or how to do it. We're trying to talk about the other things that the barbers are missing on this show. And that's one of the main reasons I want to are working for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And the cons is you responsible for everything.
Yes.
Everything. And this is why, not only that I feel this is, like you said, this is important for me to be on here, but I'm bringing a different element to the industry. Not just from retirement. I just added my guy, John, Truthful Taxes. He's a tax expert.
Right.
So he's on the tours talking about why you shouldn't lie about your taxes.
Right. Because you're going to need to show that money when you want to buy a house. So anything important, you can't get an apartment if they say you don't qualify, you don't make enough money. So if you're lying on your tax returns, you can't get that apartment you want. You can't get that car you want. And if you don't pay your taxes quarterly, then your Social Security and stuff don't go to your taxes.
And a lot of barbers think, I get Social Security. How you get Social Security if you don't pay taxes?
Right, right.
And you know what's funny? Because most barbers, from going back to numbers a little, make over $5 million over a 40-year period of cash.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Cash.
Yeah.
Cash, not $1 went to taxes.
Yeah.
And you trying to say you can't save, what, 10% of that?
A lot of people not just they can save it,
If
but
they want to.
they need possibly a formula.
Oh,
they need someone to make it easy for them. They need someone to do the work like everywhere else. And if you got to pay a little extra for somebody to do the work, so be it.
And that's why this formula came about, because it's just, it's not going to get any convenience than this.
Mm-hmm.
It is not, because
what's the website?
The website, it should be up in say about a week or two. Well, it's somewhat up now because I was showing individuals at the Philly trade show. Is DF Financial Group.
DF Financial Group.
No, I'm sorry. It's DS Financial Group.
DS
Financial
Group.com or .org. Okay.
Yeah, Dream Secure Financial Group.
Dream Secure Financial Group.
Because this system is not only for barbers, it's for entrepreneurs. Because as an entrepreneur, there's no benefits.
Yeah, for self-employed people.
Yeah, so what I wanted to do was create something that not only for this industry, but like I said, not only did I want to tackle the barber industry, I just felt like I'm going to tackle the whole beauty industry, because the whole beauty industry is lacking the same thing.
Yeah, the stylists have pretty much the same issues as the barbers.
Hairstylists, the money they
make even more money. But I tell you what, them women probably going to listen quicker than the guys.
Oh, yeah.
So you might want to spend a little time with them.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
And they communicate with one another.
Oh, yeah.
They will bring their girlfriends, and it is, the numbers, it might be good to get your numbers up.
Oh, man.
Or you might need partners now.
Oh, man, listen. I have hairstylists that's clients. One of them, I'm going to say 2 of them, in taxes, every time I taxes, tips, $1,200 a week.
Yeah. Because if you're doing a service that's $100 or $200-$300, your tip have to reflect how much you can't give a $5 tip for a $200 job. That, it's just the numbers is not there. But usually, if you go to a restaurant and the bill is $100, you can't leave $5. You got to leave at least 20%. Which is $20. So it's the same reflection. If someone does a service for you that's $200-$300, man, you got to give them like $30 or something tip. You know what I mean?
You know what it is though? Because women, they appreciate the service.
Yeah.
Men,
I guess they care about their look more too.
What? Man, listen, you be surprised. Men, there's a lot of cheap guys. There are a lot of cheap guys.
They don't appreciate their barbers the way they should. I'll say that.
They don't, but then they will go spend.
Right, which means they're not cheap, because they will spend money on things that they think they value more.
Think that would get them to that next level with a young lady, not knowing it's that haircut.
Yeah, it's the beginning. That's the
it's
foundation.
The haircut.
Between that, even if you ain't got no game, if you looking good, the girl might step to you.
Man, I done seen, and from me before I was married, what a good haircut would do.
Oh yeah,
what a good haircut would do
for sure.
Like, you could look your worst, but as long as your haircut is on point.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna see. Most people look at you.
They look at the
they're
face.
Gonna see your shape up. They're gonna see your fade. They're gonna see your beard scruffy or your mustache trim. You know, yeah.
It's either you gotta have either your face gotta be on point or your feet gotta be on point.
Yeah, they look up and down.
Mm-hmm. Then they look up. All right, so if you down look crazy, they give you. But if down look crazy, then they look up again. You know what? He probably got a job.
So are you going to add to the services that you're providing?
Oh, yeah, but to add to, when I will add for the service, you have to be a licensed professional. If you have a license, you're not going to get the good stuff.
Oh, okay. So you're also pushing guys to get their paperwork, get their L's, as they say.
Because most barbers that I have as clients or that I run into make over 100,000. So it's kind of like you make over 100,000, mostly in cash. You need to have your paperwork together.
Right.
You need to have your paperwork together because you barbers scream, "Oh, we want respect, we want this, we want that." But how you gonna demand it when you're not trying to
respect yourself?
Thank you.
Respect your profession.
Come on. Look, I'm not even a barber. The most haircut I ever did was on myself, and I'm horrible. That's why I pay now,
Right.
to get the beard done.
Right.
So if I appreciate what you do, and you don't appreciate what you do, it's a problem. It's a problem. But either way, I'm gonna still appreciate what you do, and hopefully, in due time, you appreciate and know your value. I just want the barbers to understand that on paper, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Off the books, it's $1 trillion business. It's $1 trillion. You got to think about all the barbers that don't claim taxes.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I think it will. I would suggest barbers that you do. I'm not saying you got to claim everything, but it's gonna catch up to you if you don't.
Keep your receipts. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's gonna catch up to you if you don't. And most barbers, the reason I don't want to pay because they're paying taxes out.
But
that's why most barbers don't want to pay their taxes.
But here's the thing: if you keep your receipts, let's say you make 110,000 and you keep 70,000 in receipts, what do you think the government's gonna tax? Not the 110,000.
Right.
They're gonna tax on the 40,000.
Right.
Especially let's say you got a wife and 2 kids. Guess who's getting a tax return?
Right.
They only
whoever claims the kids, so you can fight over that too.
Oh yeah, man, listen. But you gotta look at it. Most barbers,
they get claimed on their wife's tax return.
Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, you're right. Barbers get claimed, like you said, on probably on a old lady return that he don't make it like
stop at 5, as they say.
Come on, man. Listen, you making more than your old lady bringing in 35 on the books.
Barbers do brag about how much money they make.
But then say
you
here
hear
when
them
it
say it all the time, but they don't be paying their taxes on that money.
What you think is going to happen now with this new booking systems that barbers are using?
Yeah, because your income is recorded now.
Everything on Facebook, everything on the internet is recorded. It don't matter that lifestyle. Like you could take 1,000 pictures in front of your Benz, Bentley, Range, whatever you have. They watching.
And I don't use that, but when you use those apps that you can pay on the apps, do they have to send you a report at the end of the year?
See, they supposed to. I don't know who's really doing it, or if they are doing it, they only do it at a certain amount.
Okay, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I talked to a couple of them, and some of them say, yeah, we give it, but then you got to within a certain amount. But I know people. I met a hairstylist one time. She said, like I forgot what app she was using, or was it on her website, whatever. But just off hairstyles, she made 90,000. So I asked her, how much of that you claim for taxes? Why I ain't claiming none of that? I'm like, you do know that the government sees that, right?
Yeah.
What you mean? Like, this is out there for everybody to see. Once you put anything on the internet, everybody
sees.
see.
Use a swipe or any one of those things, Square. There's proof of income.
Yeah. So she was like, she had to look. I'm like, you better go find an accountant or a
Yeah,
tax
you
person.
find a way to write off as much as you can write off,
But you got to keep the receipts. If you got the receipts to back it up, it's over.
You got it. You can only write off so much, though. You know what I mean?
Depending, see, I'm my tax guy. He could talk to you about that. I bring him by one another time. But just if you have your receipts and it's vouchable, you could they legit receipts and it's your receipts. Because some people try to use other people's receipts.
Yeah, but even still, like you can't write off everything you made. Or they'll say, why are you in business? Yes, you can claim.
You can't write 100,000.
Right.
No,
you
I'm
can
saying.
claim meals and you can claim equipment and supplies and uniforms, but there's only so much that you can claim. You got to pay taxes.
Or claim. We ain't gonna say pay, claim.
Yeah.
Claim because depending on your situation, your lifestyle,
right.
You might get some money back.
Yeah. But usually they don't.
Not you'd be surprised.
Unless you got kids.
Yeah,
because
see,
you got to realize
well,
every haircut that someone cuts, there's no taxes being taken out of.
Because you know why? Because it is already being taken out of.
No.
You to some degree, from
you
the
have
client.
to claim it. No, I'm saying the cash. When you're collecting cash, there's supposed to be taxes on that cash. So when you're collecting cash, your taxes are built into that cash, which you have to give that back to the IRS.
But here's the here's the flip side. Because I know I'm on the spectrum and telling people to claim taxes. But here's the flip side. That money that you as a barber is getting, 9 times out of 10, is after tax money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a flip side. Because I thought about this not too long ago. I'm like, it could go either or, but at the same time, this is why I said, you know what? I offer tax-free 55.
Yeah.
5,500 under 55.
Right.
But here's the thing. Look, you could write off your retirement.
Mm-hmm.
People that got a job can't write off their retirement.
Mm-hmm.
So look, you gaining interest on your IRA, and you also writing it off. Look, it's a tax write-off.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
And then here's another vehicle that people don't really know that is the most sophisticated vehicle and the most conservative vehicle there is. Life insurance. Life insurance, I feel, is the best retirement for barbers. If let's say you don't even use my system, life insurance is tax-free, withdrawal. I just had a discussion the other day. Some guys had to say, you can't take the money out. You can take it out as a loan. At retirement.
On a whole life.
Yes.
But not on a
No, not a term.
Yeah.
Most companies, but the companies I deal with, being I'm independent, for every dollar you put in at retirement, let's say in 25 or 30 years, you're going to get $4 or $5 back tax-free.
Yeah, they do have the term with return too. I've heard of that.
but your term policy would be more expensive because
just like a whole life.
But all it is you're not gaining no interest on the money that you put in with a term.
Yeah,
you're just getting your money
but
back.
You got to realize though, how are you looking at it? Because insurance is to take care of people if you die early. That's one way to look at it. Your family got money to survive if something happens to you before your time. But if you get into your 70s, you know what I'm saying? It ain't your job to take care of nobody no more.
Oh, no, but see, this is why I guess insurance companies or financial service professionals or investors or people like myself tell you get like a 20, 30-year policy. Mm-hmm. You convert as much as possible. Convert from term to permanent. So when you're at retirement age, you might be paying a little bit more, but that whole life policy, that permanent, well, let's just say permanent insurance, because you have index, you have universal, you have whole life. Let's say that permanent insurance policy that you put into, in fact, that you convert your term into. Yeah, it goes up a little, but look, you build it for your retirement. That's your tax-free retirement bucket. That's the money.
Well, usually when you're going to get money at the end, it's usually expensive, not a little bit more expensive. Because I remember I had a term, I had a whole life insurance, and it was like $250 a month, and I was like 26 years old.
You know how much money you would have had? You still have it?
No, I don't have it.
If you had it now, you know how much money you be sitting on right now?
Yeah, but the market crashed and all that.
But here's the thing.
Was times it was.
Nah, but here's the thing. When the market crash, your money don't crash. Your money
you
don't
didn't lose
crash.
money in the market when you got that.
No,
Not your initial.
No, that's why life insurance is like the turtle doing a race. It grows slow. No matter if the market goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Your money don't go up and down with life insurance. It stays the same.
That would lead you to not continue paying it when it's that expensive.
That's why it has to be within your lifestyle. Like that's why with my system, trying to get people like, to put your tip money or away. That's what I first started. Put your tip money away.
Right.
Oh, I could do that. But then you realize people spend. I done tried different avenues of getting individuals to understand. And I think right now with the DF system through the website, I think I have something that's more convenient. That is convenient.
Right.
It's super convenient.
It is. If for you to allow a certain amount to come out, does it come out daily, monthly, weekly?
Daily.
If it comes out daily, and you don't have to do anything, and you can watch it grow, and you can know that you have these securities, I think it is a good plan. I mean, I would agree.
And it comes with a business receipt program.
Right.
To keep up with your receipts.
Right. Oh yeah, that's good. So tell people how they can get in contact with you.
You can get in contact with me. My phone number, 347-720-7463. Email, I just got a new email. But my original email is Dante, DONTAYSTEVENSON, BBA@gmail.com. Instagram, Dante_financial, DONTAY_FINANCIAL.
Right. So this is something where you need to come back. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't cram it all into one interview. And when you have the site up and running and you start having your stats, your statistics, I want you to come back and even if say someone wants you to come and speak to their shop, that kind of thing can happen as well.
Oh yeah, because you know what? Before I had
you do it for free, or do you charge to come and speak?
Before I was doing it for free. Mm-hmm. Now for a whole shop, charging $250.
$250 to come.
Yeah, because you know why? Because what I'm giving you and what I have right now, I know the value of what I have. Before, I was just trying to figure stuff out. Like I was still getting clients, but it was hard. How can I like every night I'm losing sleep because this is my baby. I need to figure out how can I get the barber beauty industry to understand about finance? How can I make this convenient as possible to get them that security?
Right.
Because let's go way back. When you first started, how many people really approve you of being a barber? Not just saying you, but just people out there. A lot of people say, why would you become a barber? It's no benefits. There are benefits, and I'm showing.
I've lost barbers. They stopped being a barber because of the benefit. Them feeling. I've lost barbers because they said, I don't have insurance and I have a family and I need security.
That's that. Yeah.
I've watched barbers say that, and I've told them, though, that all those things that you are going to get at a job, you could do those things yourself.
And get them better. Because like I told you before,
the education got to be there, though. The education piece is there. So you're right when you say, how can you get barbers and stylists to understand the importance of life insurance, a 401 retirement fund, and what's the other?
412E3.
412E3. You have to figure out a way to, and don't get me wrong, I'll help you.
Thank
you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
The community of barbering should help you because we're helping ourselves. You know what I mean? And that's the problem, to get them to see that this cost is more important than some other things you spending some money on.
Come on, one haircut a day.
It's discipline.
Yeah.
It's discipline. It's discipline. And when things come out your account, you tend to keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? When you have to manually do things yourself, that's when you fall off the map. But when it
Of course.
automatically comes out, you don't think about it as much. But also, then that means they have to have a bank account and they got to put the money in their bank account. That's what I tell barbers too. I said, when you go to get an apartment and you want me to write a letter, you rent a chair. I can't prove what you make. I can say, I would think he makes that, and I could tell him how much rent you pay for your chair. But I said, if you want to prove to them how much money you make, then put that money in the bank, and you could show them your bank statements that at the end of every week, I put 600 or 1,000 or whatever. That's your proof. You know what I mean? So it's just important to have a bank or something similar to that to show your money.
You know why? You know what else? Why barbers don't have bank accounts? Child support.
Yeah, but trust me, I got like 60 barbers.
Oh, I know.
And
That's their favorite excuse.
But no. The child support statements come to the barbershop. But it's not a lot of barbers on that old child support. I would say every other year or two, maybe 1 or 2 statements might come in. That's not the big problem to me. I don't see that as a big problem. A lot of barbers don't owe child support because out of 60 barbers, I would see a lot more statements coming for the child support, but I don't. So I wouldn't agree that a lot of barbers owe child support.
Oh, no. I'm telling you the excuse they give me.
Oh.
That's the excuse they give me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that a lot of barbers owe
Well,
child
guess
support.
what? If you don't pay it now, you're going to have to pay it later with penalties. So you might as well pay it.
But then, because you know.
And you could get a lower rate being that your money fluctuates.
But say that again?
You could get a lower rate of like, it's hard to prove what you make as a barber. So barbers have went in there and negotiated a lower money. And it's different if you work for, the city or something and know your money right there, and they take your money off the rip.
I seen dudes work for housing come home with $23 a check from child support.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? They say that barbers say, I guess they say because they don't want to get a bank account because of child support. Right. They say that because if the bank, well, let's say the judge see what they're actually making, they feel like they're gonna be.
But they don't have to report all of it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you make, say you make $1,000 a week and you put 500 in the bank, you still not reporting all. I'm not suggesting that you don't report it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you can control what you report. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but then like I said, I guess that's the excuse. But then I tell barbers, you know what? You do know life insurance. The government or any creditors don't have access to that.
Right, they won't touch that.
They like, what you mean? Like, exactly what you mean? Exactly what I said. They don't touch
need a checking account to put automatic payments to go to the life insurance. So your barbers, you got to get a checking account. Let's stop the game.
Yeah, because in order to have that respect and bring that structure, you need that bank account. Because this system, my system is a proven system. Right. It's a proven system. I stand behind it. I stand behind it 1,000%. Because I'm one haircut a day. One haircut a day keeps the GoFundMe away. That's what I say on my Instagram. Because how many people right now? GoFundMe is the #1 life insurance company.
I know,
and it's not even regulated by the SEC.
It's pathetic almost. And you know what? You could get life insurance for somebody else. If you got a brother or sister, they ain't got their stuff together. You can get in. You can pay their insurance for them. They don't have to sign off for it and all that. Yeah. And then you could also get burial insurance, which just covers the burial, because that's what they're usually raising the money for, and the GoFundMe is to bury them. So you could get a $25,000 policy, just burial insurance, but prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Absolutely, but you put your family in a financial risk by not having life insurance. Multiple ways. One. If you don't have life insurance, who's going to continue to take care of your family? Right. Remember, you created a lifestyle for them. You created this certain lifestyle. So for God forbid something happen to you, and now that lifestyle that you created, now they're gonna go from like 50 Cent, Get Rich Die Trying. How his mom had him on, looking nice and stuff, but then once he died, he went to go stay with his.
I mean, if you don't have property or something, that helps lift your family up. I mean, people have a $500,000, $1 million policy and had a couple kids, and everybody walk away with $100,000 or something like that, $250,000. You helping the next generation lift up. They could use that money to buy a home or start a business or something. And it's your job to lift the next generation up.
Yeah.
They say the people who remember you is the people you left some money to when you die.
Man, could you
if you leave something for your grandkids or something, they'll never forget you.
Man, could you imagine how many kids is not, not talking bad, talking ill will towards them, but you know how many kids probably they ain't forgive their parents because they ain't leave them anything.
But they probably ain't know no better. Their parents ain't know
Oh,
no
nah,
better.
they don't. Nah, they
and
don't.
And then the kids might not know any better.
They don't though, but as they get older, like, damn, why my moms ain't never leave me this, or my pops ain't leave me this. Like, come on, like,
especially if you ain't got no property, then at least you can have some life insurance.
Matter of fact, the term is the cheapest form.
Right. Get in there with term.
Yeah, because you could get a I try to tell people, especially in this industry, if you don't have $1 million term policy, like you're working backwards.
Right.
Because $1 million term, because normally the way life insurance works, you need 20 times your salary.
Yeah.
20 times your salary. So you making $75,000, you need about 1.5.
Right.
1.5. And that's tax free that your family and hopefully your significant others good with money.
And if you started young, your payment will be cheaper.
Maybe $40, $50.
Yeah.
You ain't
so young barbers, start it now. And it won't change as you get older. You'll be good. Start it now. It's cheap. You're young, you're healthy, your life expectancy is, yeah.
And here's the other thing. As a barber, as a young barber, you got the option to retire in 25 years or 20 years. This is another reason.
If you prepare.
But this is why the DF system is intact too, because let's say you're a barber. Like the DF system is for individuals, one, that want security, and two, if you want to retire in 20 years, you can and start something else new.
Right. Well, we got to wrap it up because the cards are full. We must have been way over an hour.
Well, I think we did. we did, but I didn't even get started yet.
That's why I say you got to come back. It's a lot. We got to get to the details.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you, brother.
Anytime, man. Thanks for having me, man. This might be my second or third home. You might see me quite a few times. You're gonna get tired of seeing me on here because the information is that good. I need to come. I need to share it. I have to get it out. I have to get this information out. Gotcha. If it's the last thing I do on this earth, besides be a good father and a good husband to my wife and kids, I gotta get this information out to these people.
Right.
It's a need. It's a must.
Yeah. I've been cutting these heads for years. It made me a master. There's rules to this shit to get money faster. A cut by cut booklet for you to get your game on track. Not your lines pushed back. Rule number uno.
No doubt. Barber time all the time. We're here down at Barber Time HQ. I'm here for one reason. We want to shout out Battle of the Barbers Africa. My man Walcut's doing a great thing over there. You got the Barber Shutdown Boy. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but either way, y'all go shut it down. To all y'all contestants in there, do your thing. Don't be shy. Bring out your swag. Bring your confidence. Most of all, bring your skills with your clippers. But we're going to hold it down for you. As soon as this new site's up, it's a social media site. It's also bringing it to the TV. It's going to handle all the swag of the barbering industry. So y'all be ready. Barber time all the time. Let's go.